from Thoughtful Narcissist Podcast.
Fuck your show, pussy.
All right, you are now tuning into the greatest podcast in the world. It's your boy Rhetoric from the Thoughtful Narcissist Podcast. So I'm not alone today, even though it may look like that at the beginning. But I do have my lovely co-host, the beautiful Farrah.
What's up, y'all? Misinformation in the building.
All right, so I'm gonna let you do the honors of introducing everybody here.
All right, I heard y'all discussing like names, but I didn't learn the names. So I'm gonna introduce y'all, and then y'all gonna introduce y'all alter egos for the episode. All right. So to the left of me is Joseph, aka
Dub Sensei. Hey, how y'all doing?
and
Happy to be here.
and this beautiful being in the brown is Nessa, aka and then and this sensational beauty next to her, Carmel, aka
Mac Daddy Cherry, Mel Money, don't got no money. If you want to be codependent, hit my line. Mac Daddy Cherry, Mac Cherry, 1 R.
period.
So we got a packed house today.
Oh, yes.
So I appreciate y'all all coming in, joining the show. We got a lot to talk about today, so I hope y'all ready. I don't need no shy people. I don't need none of that little scared talk. Oh, we do appreciate that.
You don't got none of those on the episode
right,
today.
I need y'all to keep it straight New York. All right?
Please get the money in the bill.
Okay,
Queens
it's a New York ass episode.
Queens
What's up?
definitely get the money.
What the fuck is good?
The fuck is you talking about?
So speaking of New York, we need to talk about something that was going crazy in y'all city. So y'all already know, Prince Harry and Prince Harry and Meghan have been the clout chasers of the century for the last about half decade. But they came out with a story that came out, which was kind of scary from just the onset of it. Essentially, was they was going through what they described as a catastrophic chase through the city of New York. I want to hear what y'all think is, because I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm calling cap on it. And they ended up coming out and saying that the police actually said there was no collisions. There was a little people trying to take photos of them from their taxi, but it wasn't nothing that's crazy because, and again, I've only been to New York a few times. Please correct me if I'm wrong. How do you have a highway speed chase in New York City? Like, I just want to know.
New Yorkers do not obey the law. That's all I want to say, number one. Go ahead.
Nah,
First things first.
That's true.
Traffic is everywhere in New York. High speed what?
They be speeding through traffic still though in New York.
Yeah.
They do.
But I'm gonna call Cap with them.
On the conduit.
Like I said, these some clout chasers.
Yes.
On the
I'm
On the
call Cap
conduit.
with 'em.
They be SSSing.
They be
Like
going
that.
crazy.
So y'all, do y'all see that this could be something potentially that was going on? That they
But
was,
I didn't even know that happened in New York. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
happened.
feel like if it actually happened, then wouldn't all of the like bigger reputable news sources have reported on it?
I mean,
have they?
They did. They reported on it. They said that there was, saying what they stated what happened, and then what the police said happened, and it just didn't add up to the kind of experience that they were trying to act like this was Princess Diana 2.0. Like,
Yeah, literally, that's
like
what's happening.
If you looked at the way it was being initially reported before the officers was like, nah, I mean it wasn't like that. I mean it was some traffic, and some energy happened, but it wasn't nothing like what they tried to describe. So that's why I'm just calling cap on, because these folks have been folks who have, for the last, like I said, half decade, have done whatever they could to acquire this clout. They need it. They ain't getting no more royal money. It's tough to. It's gonna be tough to try to survive. They need relevancy. They need a reason to put them on a reality show. Like this is. They're struggling right now.
Not a reality
I
show.
don't know if they're struggling because, Tyler Perry is their sugar daddy. Therefore, they don't really need money for real. Because Tyler Perry, the baby, the daughter, they had 2 kids right now, right? The daughter's godfather, so they good because he put them in his mansion. They don't need money.
I did hear they were.
They
in
don't
Tyler
need the
Perry's
money
mansion.
for real.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't know like this could be like a publicity stunt or whatever. But it's possible. But who knows? Who knows
Anything
what's
could be
real?
a
Yeah, who knows
publicity
what's real nowadays in the media?
Let's talk about
Tyler Perry housing the royal family is the biggest plot twist that
Yeah.
we as millennials have lived through plot twist after plot twist, but this is like I did not see this one coming for real. Like,
Yeah. That's
congratulations for being creative, sir. Like, what
That's
the
how I
fuck?
know we're not in like the main universe. Like,
It's still thumbs down Tyler Perry though, but yeah.
It's too much random shit going on in
I know you
our.
can't be doing TP now. This is an Atlanta-based podcast now.
I'm
We can't
sorry.
can't be shooting at TP now. You know what I'm
His
saying?
studio out here.
His
yo.
wigs alone are offensive. Like honestly, so there's that.
I don't need TP shooting at me. That's all I'm saying. He got them goons, real
If you
real
make
goons.
it,
No,
if
for
you,
real,
if you
for
making
real.
movies in Atlanta, the wigs gotta be better.
This is what I'm saying.
Remember?
This is what I'm saying.
Because Joe,
Remember?
your friend
We
get
can't-
like
we-
kidnapped.
I'm not. It wasn't my friend. This dude I was talking to, his friend. Well, according to him, possibly got kidnapped by Tyler Perry.
Allegedly. Allegedly. This is all allegedly, but just
He
saying.
was working on set with Tyler Perry and then he went missing. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Shout out Tyler Perry. Pay my motherfucking student loans. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can cuss.
Shout
Pay
out
my
Tyler
student
Perry.
loans.
Curse.
Yeah. Shout out Oprah too. I don't like her either, but pay my loans.
Okay, like
So this is what I'm just gonna say. It's clearly Harry Smollett when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? They're on the same track. They seen what it worked for him. You know, he became the
Cappity
gay
cap
Tupac, and so now they
Yeah.
trying to.
Is
they
he
try-
not
He was
going
on
to
some
jail?
freaky dicky though. Like, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, that was a crazy
yeah,
story.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he not going to jail? Just
I
to
think he
smoke?
did go to jail.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, he didn't do real time.
I don't think he's doing like actual time.
He did enough. He did a little
Like
bit.
community service?
Yeah, he was giving blowjobs and shit.
Wait.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Allegedly.
That is not news.
To his kidnappers, yeah, it was when he came out.
What?
Holy
Yeah, he was
smokes.
either doing blowjobs or hand jobs or both. Like, but he. Skirt, 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 skirt.
All right.
Yeah. To the window, to the wall. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, to the
Not
sweat
to the sweat
drip
drop
down
my
his
balls.
balls.
Yup, down his throat. Yup. All
Oh,
You-
Skeet,
that. Okay. Yes.
Oh, okay, let's go.
And that's
a
the
sub- and a
riveting.
Subway
That's the
sandwich.
riveting details you get here at the Thoughtful Narcissist Podcast.
Okay.
You want it only.
You a narcissist. You.
He was very brave.
Intellectualism.
All right, so got something else that we can get into here. So, like I said, again, with y'all being a New York metropolitan area base, did y'all hear about that Rhode Island city councilman?
Rhode Island's
Not at
even a part
all.
of New York.
So they found
Yeah,
a
what is
Rhode Island city councilman high on crack, like Lamar Odom, in his
a
vehicle.
brothel?
In his vehicle.
Oh.
He didn't make it to. He had fentanyl and
Wait,
crack
wait,
cocaine.
crack cocaine?
Crack.
What other crack you do?
Crack.
Butt crack.
Crack is
Crack?
crazy. Crack is crazy.
In
And
2023,
Crack is
Going
whack.
crazy on the crack and the
Houston,
Fenty.
RIP.
doing crack in 2023, like everything has
You have
fallen
to be,
apart.
rock fucking bottom.
They do crack though.
You are
They lace it in their
smoking
blunts,
crack?
like Chris Brown.
crack is crazy.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No.
Chris Brown.
Right, everything
No,
is
no
allegedly.
fact.
I ain't gonna go
He
cat.
moves like a crackhead. Okay.
No, but he's doing cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Chris
he
Brown.
got money. So
Go
yeah.
to Harlem, look at a crackhead, and then look at
But
Chris Brown. They're
I
twins.
have one question.
Okay.
Stop.
With the dancing
Go.
skills.
Find him high on this crack.
He was in his car, and the police just found him asleep in his car. Like he just passed out from a good dope session.
And
Like,
what is his position?
Okay, he's
What
he's a
is?
city
responsible.
councilman in Rhode Island.
Oh, city
Okay, leave him
councilman.
alone. He sounds responsible.
I don't think so. That don't sound too responsible.
He was asleep in his car.
Please.
Having the
What about our mayor? Mr.
First
BBL
of all, if
influencer.
we gonna talk about
My
being from New
BBL
York,
influencer.
shoot, my
He everywhere
man's
and
be in
nowhere.
the function,
Everywhere
in the
and
lounges, in the hookah spots, rolling up,
High key.
doing everything but marrying.
Literally.
Everything but marrying.
That nigga is
But
terrible.
at the
He be
same
in the
time,
40,
it's
40
$3
club.
to get on the bus. Excuse me, sir.
It's $3 now.
It's $3 to get on the bus.
$2.75, big whoop, $3.
Where
Like,
there's it's gonna smell like pee, and then
it smells
there's
like
gonna be a bum yelling in your face
And now
about
that weed is
or,
legal in
or
New
a
York.
Haitian woman yelling in your face about Jesus.
Yeah.
Now that weed is
Oh,
God, I saw her
man.
the other
Remember
day. I
them
know what
days?
she's talking about.
all the corner stores are also slash
The weed
stores
now. Yeah.
So you can
I've
get
heard
a
about
sandwich
that.
and an eighth.
Great.
It's
Period.
Lit. It's pretty lit.
I'm about to say, I would love to see
I want to
home
move
now.
back to
'cause-
New York. Hold on.
I be getting my bacon, egg, and cheese with an eighth. No cat. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
hold
like
you.
that don't
Wow. Okay, back.
You know what the true conspiracy is? They making all the MTA drivers fine as fuck, so you don't notice. when
They
That
used to be
dude,
fine
yo, my
before.
You know what?
drivers,
That's
So you
that's
distracted.
They was fine
because
before.
I work on
They
something.
were
I
fine,
take
but
the
they
bus.
finer. Like they
That's
90s
crazy.
Fine as
fine.
hell.
Like,
My bu-
yeah.
I didn't take the bus for a
not
long
90s
time.
fine. Hold on, 90s fine is a
90s
different kind of
fine.
fine.
S curl fine.
Ooh,
So you don't even
Good
know.
morning.
And they be driving the bus
Okay.
and looking at you like this, and you be like, "Damn, do I even
Stop.
want to take this bus? Like, this not even my route."
You
but
can
I'll
take
go
my
on it.
275.
I go wherever you want to
Okay.
take me.
Be
Last
like,
stop to back to the first. Hold on.
I'll be driving to the last stop.
Hold
You
on.
know what? Because the cops out here are fine, and I'll be almost like,
Good morning.
it was me.
Okay, yes. No, yo, the
It
cops,
was me.
the cops that be patrolling Lennox,
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
they
yeah.
be fine.
What?
Y'all be seeing these
Jo-
cops on
what?
TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all be seeing the, have y'all seen the cops on TikTok?
Yeah.
though?
What?
The cops out here is fine.
Hold on.
I would
Hold
never
on.
be with
Fair. What you say, Miss Fair? What did they be? One more time. What did they be?
She ain't say nothing, but I said
She
good morning.
said she said
She said we think we would.
they're thorough.
They be hard. Are they hard to find? Is that what you meant to say? Or
Yeah.
they're hard to find when you
Like,
need them.
Oh,
Yeah, like when you're
no,
looking for them, they just
It's
difficult
a
to find.
very it's
They-
a very safe,
they find
it's a very
you.
safe area.
They find you if you
It's
don't
like, yeah,
do
yeah.
the things they
I'm
ask.
petite. I need protection.
Mr.
so.
Producer Man, I don't think you heard her. She said, "I think my friends would think they're fine
Right.
Yeah.
if you came to London."
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
my headphones be
that's
messing
what
up
I heard.
sometimes.
That's- yeah.
My headphones be
Yeah.
messing
They
up.
it went in and out. It was
That's
like
what y'all heard, right?
It was a glitch.
Yeah,
It was like
I
doo-doo.
think y'all would think, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what she said.
No, that's good. That's a good
Amen.
cleanup. Good friends. Good friends. Good
Not a
friends.
cleanup. It's the
That was a good.
That's the
cleanup.
truth. Right.
So, as you said, with the whole,
Yeah.
Right.
so I kind of want to piggyback what you said off of the whole weed being legal in New York. So actually, there was a situation that was going on where a woman tested positive for marijuana and she ended up getting her baby taken. And like it's kind of been making up a big. People have been kind of divided in the line in regards to because like you said, it is legal, but it was in her system after her pregnancy.
Yes.
So what do y'all
it
think
is
about
a
that?
drug.
Only 'cause
Regardless
she's
of it
black.
being legal,
So
it is a
thumbs
drug though.
Like right after pregnancy.
Yeah, they test you like they test they test your samples and stuff right after you have a baby to see
Yeah.
what you've been doing, make sure the baby is okay. You know, it's not a crack baby and stuff
Even
like
though
that.
I smoke
Make
weed,
sure it's not a crack.
and we
baby.
all, we all dabble in what we dabble in. It is a drug at the end of the day. And my personal opinion, you shouldn't be smoking weed if you're pregnant. Like,
Definitely not.
Yeah, but they also just don't hold white women to the same standards.
No, but-
Therefore, I'm always
definitely
gonna
not.
be just like against anything they say.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
'Cause I mean,
a white
what-
woman wouldn't have gotten her whole baby
At
taken
all.
away if there was some.
that's-
they
Yeah,
would have
that's
screamed
crazy.
mental illness, and that's pretty much it.
Or they would have like sent her to rehab or something like that, but she wouldn't have lost her baby.
I mean, I've actually seen some folks that I knew that went through a similar experience like that, where the mom had tested positive. She was a white woman too. And they called CPS because that's what they have to do. And then they were like kind of like watching them and did multiple checks on them and stuff like that, but they didn't take the baby.
Exactly.
I believe they almost immediately took the baby. It's kind of similar to what happened in Tennessee, where a family got pulled over and got suspected of drug running with children in the car and ended up having their kids taken away. They were from Georgia, but they were in Tennessee when it happened, and they got basically all the kids. They just got the kids returned to them recently, but it's a crazy situation. And I agree in regards to the marijuana situation, and I understand what you mean that it's a drug, but at the same token, we haven't given it the due diligence in studying it because it's been illegal for so long. We don't know for a certain of a doubt that you can say, oh, this is going to be bad for the child, because we put other medicines in. People take aspirins and all
Very true.
sorts of other stuff that they're going. People drink coffee. You know what I'm saying? Another caffeinated drug. So there are things that go on that we choose to do, and it may not inherently be bad, but we can't say that because we haven't even done the test yet. And like you said, when we're judged harder. So when they do have that in our system, they're going to be able to pull up almost whenever, because most people don't live in areas that are protected or gated or things like that. You know, so it's just so many different situations in between that can go around. If they're an irresponsible parent, of course, we need to find that, identify that, and try to protect that children in that range. But we don't know that with this lady. Just because we have her doing marijuana, everything we say that they are, like, look how you can go through the history books and just see how we've been demonized. The reason why weed is illegal is because of racism.
Yeah.
And like the rap that they try to give weed, like, oh, it's a gateway drug, when in reality it's not. Because
It's
I've
definitely
never,
not.
Yeah,
I never smoke weed and be like, I want to do crack.
Yeah.
I want
Right.
to do cocaine. I be
Yeah, like
oh,
I want
I'm
something
good.
stronger now.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm good off of that. Like,
Yeah.
so they trying to, the demonization that they put on weed is why they go so hard on it, when in reality that's not what it is. And also, like, you know, I used to be a social worker, so I dealt firsthand with those. I had a case that literally dealt with that, like a mom who got her baby taken away because she smoked.
To piggyback off that, I teach preschool. Actually have a student who is currently in foster care because he was born and was found with marijuana in his system and was taken away from his mother. And because of that, I deal with kids with special needs. He has delays because of his mother making those choices.
Yeah, and the
So I
opposite
have
with
a-
my
I
case,
see a
she didn't have that
personal-
though.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
feel
the
like
delays,
see
you
a-
can't
I
pinpoint the
see-
delays to anything though.
I
In
see
reality,
a personal, like in front of me example of what can happen if you take those steps.
Yeah, well, and like I said, that can be potentially true in regards to that as well. Regarding that could have been the direct link, or it could have been genetic. You know what I'm saying?
Can happen. I'm not saying it's every case, but in my case, in my student, he has delays because of those options.
No, I understand. Like, so I mean,
Yeah, those decisions.
it's fucked up in the whole when you go all around it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we do have that somewhat ignorance of it when she said like, oh, it's legal, but that doesn't mean it could be in your system. You know why you
so
have
is liquor. Liquor is also legal,
Mm-hmm.
but
he's not good to drink. Yeah.
you shouldn't be drinking while pregnant.
No, that's for sure. So, like I said, I always try to hope that the best thing can come out of this, and maybe more than likely, the kid can get back to the parent, and hopefully we get a good result in regards to that. But it does suck just seeing that, and
God bless them all.
yeah, for sure. All right, so let's get into a little more salacious shit. You know what I'm saying? A little more messy shit. So Rihanna. ASAP Rocky. There was a recent post that was going around. I didn't get the chance to verify the validity because the story was just messy and juicy enough. I didn't need the truth.
Yeah.
So what was going on with
A messy bitch who loves drama.
So basically, what they were saying was ASAP Rocky had ASAP and Rihanna basically had discussions regarding marriage, and they were asking Rihanna, was that something on the horizon? And basically, she said she wasn't looking to marriage being something in super in the future, even though they got 2 kids or whatever together. And a lot of people are speculating it's because the money situation. She's a billionaire. He's not. He gets entitled, especially in New York. If they get married, he gets entitled to just as much as hers, and she doesn't want to, potentially lose that. If some shit happens, she look like Mary J. Blige out here, providing for her. For her, what you call it? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to that brother too. You know what I mean?
No. Ooh, Mary J. Blige's ex-husband?
Yes.
No, shout
out to him.
No,
shout out to Kevin.
save
Shout out to
Mary.
Kevin.
Shout out to hell.
Shout out to Kevin Williams.
I can't give you that.
Wendy Williams' husband. Ex-husband. Shout out to him.
I can't give you
The
that.
one who started another family on
I mean, hey, he came through on the top at the end of the whatchamacallit, so I just got to
Wrong.
make sure.
Are you trying to point one of the city boys right now?
I'm sorry?
Are you trying to point one of the city
Absolutely
boys?
not.
No, I'm just out here just throwing out when men win in these situations, because more often than not, they don't. So, I mean, I'm just on the side of, the men and for these situations. But I want to ask y'all, because it seems like when in these situations, when women have the edge in regards to money, they get applauded for not jumping into a marriage and not wanting to do that because of their potential loss. But if a guy said, hey, I don't want to do that because you don't have what I have, but I still want to hang and be with you, they would be looked at as a fuck boy or whatever, anything like that. So I just want to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about that in regards to the money? So if y'all up, y'all big money, but just a guy that y'all like, he down for y'all, is that enough? Is that, or he needs to be making the same amount of money you got to make for it to be worth getting married to?
Not us having a brunch
Ladies.
conversation. Right. This was, okay.
Go ahead.
So who want to start?
Go. You talking. Go ahead.
Oh, y'all scared? Oh, I thought we just.
All right,
I asked for no none of that scary
I
shit.
feel like most of us will be like, yes, he needs to make as much or more money as me. Realistically, like this is what we want, right? But realistically, in real life, that's probably not how it's gonna happen, right? Like. How the amount of black men who are straight, who are available, who are educated enough, who are this, that, all of the things, like you're gonna have to compromise at one point or another, right? And most of the time, I feel like that's where you're gonna have to compromise most of the times.
Yeah. I just feel like, in reality, we're in our second recession. It's a lot of things happening.
No, but
so I take that into consideration. But like, I just can't be with somebody who's tight with their pockets. I think about how I was raised, Haitian, Caribbean. You Haitian by association.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's not. I think about like if I really settled, how many men in my family would be rolling and be like, "Are you a little slow in the brain?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like, oh, you need to be a millionaire, but in reality, like, even if you don't have it when we meet, I need to know that you're working towards something. Yeah.
And then what do we mean?
You can't be comfortable with my money.
What is have it? Like if y'all are living together,
We need
him
to do-
having it. Are you paying bills? Are you paying half the bills? Are you paying no bills? What is your definition of having it?
Having it.
What does
okay.
your lifestyle look like with a man
Okay,
that has
so
it?
Me personally, I don't mind paying bills.
What percentage of the bills?
The
Because which
yeah.
which it's important. Which bills are you paying?
Alright, so
is he
if we
paying the
go-
rent and you
if
doing
we
the
gonna-
utilities?
If we doing percentage, I'm 40-60 in it. Feel me? 40,
Okay.
60. So I'll do utilities. I'll keep the lights on in this bitch.
Okay.
But you better make sure there's a roof.
There's a
to
bitch to keep lights
There's
on
a
in.
bitch to keep the lights
Yes.
on in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because in
I
reality,
put the groceries in the bitch.
I don't agree with that, but go ahead. Go off.
But no, that's just me personally.
I'm paying
because
none of these bills.
yeah, not at all.
I feel this way because that is what I've seen growing up, and that's what I've seen work growing up.
Yeah,
So I don't mind doing what I've seen actually worked.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think my thing is this. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Producer, go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is just my situation with it is you have Rihanna who in this for this conversation topic is a ambitious, career driven woman. You know what I'm saying? That's clearly what she's done. She wouldn't be at that point, the
If I
pinnacle
was
that she
Rihanna
is.
money, no, I'm not paying for shit.
You not paying? You got Rihanna money?
Well, no. If you got Rihanna money and you know your nigga don't got your money, he has less
Yeah.
money than you.
If you have
but you
Rihanna
have
money,
Rihanna money.
you're really
I don't
dating
think I'm
for
gonna
your
give a
heart.
fuck about how much money the
Yeah.
nigga got. Like,
if it's
It's
pure
kinda like-
I'll
love,
date the bus driver for real. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do as long as you
The
at this
mailman.
point. At this point, as
Yeah.
long as you love me for real, you make me happy, you make me laugh, you laying dick down,
dick vomiting. Yeah.
dick down.
Yeah.
Okay, do you hear me? And like, you love me, you take care of me. Like, that's all
Yeah.
I need.
It's kind of like what I hate that I'm using the example, but it's kind of like what Nikki was saying. Like she got the money so she could fuck with whoever she want to.
Ooh, no, that's not a good example. Her
It's
nigga's
not a
pedophile.
Yeah, we know that, but I'm saying in her example,
Allegedly.
He's a,
no, for a fact.
he went to jail
Oh, you're right. He did
for
go to
it.
jail. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, no, he went for lesser charge, but I'm just like
He went for that.
He can't go to the schools. He is a registered sex offender.
Yeah,
Like, what do you mean allegedly? Like, if you look it up, this nigga cannot drop his son off at school
Yeah.
for real. That's why Cardi fucking was like, "Oh, some of y'all can't do this." And she
Literally.
was dropping her kid off at school. She was like, "Ah."
And
We love y'all both. By
I
the
know
way,
her husband's not a good example, but I'm saying that was one of her rants. Like, I make so much money, I have so much money, I could literally date whoever I want. But
Yeah.
their money doesn't matter to me.
if I'm a billionaire, I'm dating.
Whoever
I'm
the
probably
fuck.
Yeah.
dating whoever the fuck I.
But
But-
Rihanna's
but
also Caribbean, so she's not
You know
dumb.
what? Don't even hold me to that because I'm not a billionaire.
But no, what I was going to say in the situation is
Shout out to the Muslims.
even even when you kind of go into that with a career-driven woman, even at a lower scale, if you're not prioritizing having a husband, how can you expect that someone has to be your equal in that regard? Because if you are someone who's driven for finances, you're going to have time that's not going to be spent with the partner. You're not going to be able to be in that situation where, hey, if I'm providing for you 100%, you're not giving me 100% of you because you have a career, you have a job that you care about. So when I say in that situation is when you do have that, you can't be expecting to be a traditional woman and you don't move traditionally. If you're not willing to, hey, once this man comes in my life, he has a certain amount of money and can provide a certain type of lifestyle, that little career got to stop.
If my man is taking everything, I will change who I am as a human being. Y'all don't understand. If
Down
he said-
to my
If
core.
he said, Carmel, I'm going to take care of you, your family, your loved ones. You never have to work. I want to work because I'm bored. Whatever he wants, I will drop. We doing this podcast right now. If I really had that type of man, he called me, baby, I'm home. I'm hopping on a plane and I'm going back to New York right now. Are you
Fuck
crazy?
everything.
Are you crazy? He's taking care of me? Hell yeah.
I just don't think that you hear that kind of sentiment often though. You hear a lot that it's my money. I still want to have my career. I still want to be able to have my time for the world.
I hate working.
But
But see, it goes back to he said if you work, it's because you're bored. It's an option. If you give me
Right.
the choice, I have the choice too. If I
I hate to work. Yes.
Right. If I wanted to, okay. If I don't, okay.
yeah, but I mean but it's still the traditional things have to oblige. Like you still are still handling the family.
That's why you just gotta find a nigga on your page.
Yes.
Your time,
Yeah.
and then you
But-
gotta stay in your lane. and
Handling
stop
the
dealing
family
with
is
men
why I
lower than you
also
at that
believe
point.
in a man paying more, because in reality, as a woman, I'm dealing with more
Mm-hmm.
emotionally, physically. literally whatever could happen to my body, you're not dealing with that as a man.
That's
so
what
I
was
do
gonna say,
expect you
too.
to contribute more. Like, I'm saying 80-20, but in reality, 100-0 would be my happiness, because who's really gonna rear the children on a day-to-day? Of course, I want my man to, be active. I don't want him to be like, I hate seeing those examples of like a dad finally having to watch the kids, doesn't even know what the kid's allergic to, doesn't know what school they go to.
Did y'all see that video?
Yeah, I watched that show and he pisses me off. He reminds me of.
But my thing is this: if he's 100% handling everything, how he gonna have time to know what the kid's going on, because he got to do shit?
Listen to your wife when she speaks.
Yeah.
Listen.
But
It's not that hard.
If you're a businessman who makes a specific amount of money and you've gotten to a place and you know how to listen to people, you know how to retain information. So all you need to do is retain information that
I'm getting
is
paid
about
for
your
the
children.
information I'm retaining here. I'm not getting paid for this
No,
information.
but
here. I mean,
you're
it's just
not,
a different
This is your
perspective.
legacy.
I mean,
Why
it
would
is.
you
That's
not
but
retain
yes.
But if I'm
retain that
a businessman
information?
who's successful, the thing about being in a business is I know how to hire the right people to do the job. If
the-
I hire you to be my wife, you are the person who I expect to handle the job.
If the
if I own a
information-
company and you're my manager, I don't sit here and go around to everybody who works for you. No, I go to my manager and say, what's going on here?
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
and you have
dangerous
to-
for you to not know information about your children.
Right.
If the information you do not know leads to while you're without your wife
Are they allergic
on the
to
day
penicillin?
and they go into anaphylactic shock at one point or another, and you did not know that your child was allergic to this, you look
Crazy.
like a neglectful parent.
Yes, but I mean, I would expect
And
then the
that's-
manager
that's an
to then make sure
extreme-
that it all was there.
No,
So that if you do walk away, you do step away, I have if I have to do this and something that I
Manager.
rarely do.
Okay, but even on a
I'm just talking about
manager.
because we're looking at it as a business. We have to look at it as a business if the man is providing financially.
No,
100%.
because even in a business aspect, as the owner, if you're the CEO, COO, whatever, C-suite, you still need to know everything under you. So
They don't.
that
Did the owner of your company know
Or
your name?
you do need to. Yes, you do.
You-
I said,
No,
I said
no.
the owner of company, your company work with your name? I know the owner.
I
the
don't agree.
CEOs
with
don't
that
know my name.
specifically.
Yeah,
I don't
all
agree
the
with that.
business- all the
I don't
business I
agree
worked
with
in
that
have
at
been
all.
like that.
You need to, if you're a CFO, CEO, you need to appoint people who know. You need to delegate the task specifically. You need to have people who know what the other people like under you can do and all of that. Like, you all the way up top cannot be concerned with, like, if you work at like Google, if you are the CEO of Google, you can't know what the fucking like coders,
The starter engineer.
the engineers, like the entry level people, like, you don't need to know what their personalities are, what they're doing,
I
and
understand
things
and
of
I
that
agree with
nature.
that, but my thing isn't like the super minuscule thing, but something like your child's allergy is important. So as the CEO,
Yeah.
you still need to know the important
I
things
just don't
of your
agree with that
business. Like,
You're saying
specific.
like the job.
It's the
example.
analogy.
Yeah,
No,
that
you
analogy
need
I
to
don't think
know
is the best.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't know. Like, I had a situation. My son, he's allergic to mushrooms. So I remember one time when I was picking up food for him to make spaghetti. This was like years ago. I had just picked it up because I eat mushrooms when I make spaghetti.
Right.
And he was just like, "Whoa, what are you doing, my man? Like, I'm allergic to that." I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Like, I knew that he was allergic, but when I cooked for myself, that was how I always cooked for myself. So with him being there at that time, then I was like, okay, and I was just throw it
Yeah,
away.
thank God he was at an age where
he could
he
speak
was
for
he was
himself.
able to
I
vocalize.
live next to a
that-
hospital.
But
You know what?
the fuck, oh my
Which is
God.
mad funny because every time I went to the emergency room, I was with my father. That is hilarious. There is something wrong with your species.
That's funny right there, though. So every time,
Every time.
don't do that to him. Not too much on pops, man. We ain't doing that.
Love them, but goddamn.
But no, so kind of spilled into a little bit more with the Rihanna thing. Did y'all, if there's anything else that y'all wanted to touch on with that? Well, Joseph, you didn't say anything. Let me ask you a question. Since you are, not in a heterosexual relationship, do you feel like that's a needed?
Gay. He's a
Do
gay.
you feel like that's something that y'all is discussed or even like?
If I was Rihanna, I wouldn't marry ASAP either. So
Is it for some money reasons or just because?
she's vastly more successful than him, and I'm sure they're in love and stuff. But I don't think that marriage would take their relationship to any level for her. That
What
is
about if he needed
necessary.
the security?
If he needed the security, then I would suggest he sign a prenup.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that should
do
be
like Kim K.
Yeah.
she is again vastly more successful than him. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
ASAP just
So-
needs to look at Kim K. Kim K used Kanye to get through doors that she couldn't get through, and still got through them doors after their divorce.
what's that?
He could do the same thing.
Oh, wow.
'Cause I'm sure he's going through a lot
It's
of things
probably
that he wasn't going through
drinking.
without Rihanna.
So y'all are essentially okay with the overall hierarchy that if she has the money, that's not something that she should be even thinking about sharing with her. And if that's the case, marriage for a woman of that shouldn't even be something she look for.
Prenup.
So well, I mean, of course, a prenup, but I mean, for this situation, it doesn't seem like they don't even want to risk it because you can still go to court and prenups get overturned and
Yeah.
things get changed. So the chance of even risking it,
Yeah.
y'all think that a woman of that stature shouldn't do it?
Rihanna's also Caribbean. She has a living Caribbean family. They're never gonna allow her to like be
How to
whatever
allow
she is.
anything? She pays for everything with them.
It doesn't matter.
You can't tell her what she's allowed to do.
She still acts like Rihanna from Barbados, or is that where she's from? Right? Barbados when she's with her family. So that doesn't matter. Like,
That's interesting.
yeah.
All right, so we can switch it up to a little bit another aspect of it. So she just did a photo shoot for I think it was can't remember the publication, but she was showing her pregnancy, showing her body and things of that nature in regards to that. So I've had
maternity shoot.
yeah, she was maternity shoot. So I had a couple of feelings about it when it comes to someone as a high superstar like that. I understand it's kind of part of the gig when you're in that. But what do y'all feel about that kind of exposure of the pregnancy? Do you feel like, because what I say it is, I feel like a lot of women don't keep that sacred, where it's like they just want to show the world the pregnancy is content for a lot of people. You have folks who do like the little stretch, they show you that, and they make the little videos and all these other things, and it's like it's all of this stuff to validate your parent to other people, because I'm just get confused by it, because I would see as being something that's extremely sacred. You know what I'm saying? That's the child that you about to bring into this world. You exposing that, your body, and also in some of these photos. How do y'all feel about when normal women, modern women, are doing that? Not someone who's, someone who's sold to publications and things like that, but actually normal. Do y'all feel like that's like a weird exposure? Is that something just beautiful, embracing the body? How do y'all feel about that? Yeah, who wants to start?
I do feel like it's a beautiful embrace of like your body when you're pregnant and you take those pictures. The sharing them on social media, like you can see it as doing too much, but then you could also see it as empowerment. Like I took these pictures. I'm having this baby. My body is not under my control anymore, but I still love it and I want y'all to see it, and that can be powerful within itself. I do kind of see your point as like it being sacred, and you kind of don't want to share it with people who don't actually see you in real life maybe, but I kind of lead more towards like it being kind of more empowerment when you take those kind of pictures, and you can like encapsulate those memories forever.
Yeah.
I just want to piggyback off what you said. I think it is more powerful because it is outside of your control, like, and that makes it more worth sharing, because there's a lot of things that people can't control about themselves. That is something that they may see as an insecurity. So that's why it's more important to share that. And that aspect, it does make it like an empowerment thing. So I don't know. That's how I feel about that.
I would also agree it is an empowerment thing, but for me, I'm a take now, post later kind of person. Because also there's just negativity. No matter how empowering you try to be, there's just those people.
That's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? So I will do the maternity shoots, but will I post it as soon as it was done? No. My child will probably be 6 months, and then I'm posting my maternity shoot.
But just to comment on that, she also didn't reveal her baby's name, and they went and looked that up.
Yeah, he was already
Anyway,
one
so
by
it's
the
like-
time they
It's
had
like she
his-
probably could have did that photo shoot coming to herself, and it still would have been leaked. So it's just
Yeah,
like
very
That's why
true.
she posted the baby to begin with, because
Right.
paparazzi caught her during that photo shoot.
this is what I'm saying.
specifically,
As
so-
a celebrity, it's only so many
So
opportunities
it's like,
you get.
will I do it? Yeah.
to
Am I
take
gonna do
things.
it as soon as everybody wants to be,
Mm-hmm.
as current and as posted as they want to be in my business? No, you're gonna find out when you find out.
Yeah. I think for me, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, the Caribbean superstitious side is like, oh no, just like keep it close to the people you care about and all that stuff. But at the same time, like, you don't know what somebody's story is. So you, from the outside, you could be like, oh, why are you sharing everything? But they might have had like X amount of miscarriages, you know what I mean? Or been trying for like X amount of years for a baby. So it's like, it's exciting, like no matter what that.
And they just want to share it.
Exactly.
Like with everybody, like yelling from the fucking rooftops.
Exactly.
Like, look at what's happening to me. I'm so excited.
Literally,
like, look.
Literally. Or even without the traumatic stuff, like, because it doesn't have to just be that.
It
like,
doesn't at all.
Oh, like, I'm just excited. Like, I've always wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
Or I've always wanted to have a baby. Now it's my chance to have a baby. And I just want to show it with the world. Like, so it's kind of hard. Like, I don't lean one way more than the other.
So what do y'all think about if a guy was involved with a woman, they were having that, he'd asked that there wasn't any posting done of the child's pregnancy? Like, you can post afterwards, but just that experience, his request was that you didn't share that because he wanted that to be something.
I would definitely take that into consideration. It took two to tango. This is not just my experience. This is also his. So that definitely I will have to take into consideration.
Where are we in our relationship so I can answer that question?
If we're having children,
he has to be, he has to, or at least he has to be somewhere.
If we're having children, then we can be at we can be at several different points in the relationship. So that is a fair question to ask.
If I gave that man my uterus?
If we're married versus if this was the oopsie, those are two very different situations where I would have different
and felt comfortable enough to keep it.
I would have different levels of consideration for you in the situations. Like if you're my husband, then 100% I'm taking your opinion into consideration, because this pregnancy, you're also participating in it. Like, you're there for me through every step of the way. Then 1000%. Like, if you're uncomfortable, if you don't want to share this on social media, but like, I can send like a little postcard to like our family, like, here's we're having a baby shower, like the close people too. Of course we're gonna do that.
Compromise.
But if we don't have, like, I don't have to post it on social media and let everybody know. But also, like, let's say hypothetically, if I'm somebody who like doesn't believe in abortion and accidentally got pregnant by somebody who I never even intended on continuing that night, past that night with, and he's like, oh, don't post this shit, fuck you, the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Thumbs down.
Shut the fuck up. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do.
Boo, tomatoes.
No, I respect that. That's dope. I guess I kind of feel like as the woman, because you are the one going through the experience, you at the end of the day, you know, you can do what you want with with your content and, you know, your body that is doing the labor. So I do always kind of lean towards that. I just always kind of just think that, you know, do people actually really take that into consideration? Because like I said, you're the one going through it at the end of the day, you know, so there's no reason to. A lot of people
forget that there is a father that is.
Yeah, I mean, but what I say, we had a conversation on a few shows back where I talked about children belong to women, because y'all the ones who actually go through the experience. Y'all make it the final determination if it lives or dies. In regards to if you want to, you know, have an abortion and things of that nature. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's y'all choice. And
then in the eyes of the law, usually in the United States, children belong to women.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is normally going to slide there.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked that question in that regard, because I'm a proponent of that. Some people don't like what I think on the back end of it as well, because I feel as though you're the sole owner and person of that I feel as though, and I've said this before, where it's like, if you want the man to be involved, like, you got to make sure that you doing things to get that to be possible. Either you marry him before the child is born, you know, do things that encourage a family more element than anything else, because at the end of the day, that's going to be you at the end of the day regardless. The only responsibility legally he has to do is financial, you know. So we can switch it up. We can get into some more interesting shit. So my fellow beige brother DJ Envy has been going at it with Rick Ross.
Boo Envy.
On the side of the Wingstop.
Not too much on Envy.
Yeah, we don't love Envy.
His confidence is too high. I need somebody to burst his bubble, like the dirty bubble on SpongeBob.
Envy is entirely too fucking confident.
Oh my god.
That nigga is corny
He's
as
such a basic
fuck.
looking man.
Yes.
First of all, it be killing me with the marriage advice and what he did to his wife. Like
how do you not make her come for that long?
Stop.
First of all, shut the fuck up forever.
Go.
And then
go to hell.
Try to write a book. Motherfucker, please.
They wrote the book together.
He needs to go live in a cave somewhere. Like, I don't want to hear from you ever again.
I hope she got 3
You
boyfriends
went
on the
that
side.
long
Okay,
with
all
her.
right.
I hope you was cheating. I really genuinely hope you was cheating and making
I'ma
other
Google his
bitches
wife.
come. Because you was just making nobody come.
Stop.
She was just,
You was
making
don't
babies
care?
with this bitch.
Nobody
don't
was
care.
coming but you.
What I will say is
He
this.
look like a greedy ass.
You
Nigga.
know,
Look
A
at that
little
face.
bitch.
Look
A
at his
little
fucking face.
little Puerto Rican
He
bitch.
looked like a
I don't even
red-nosed
know if he
pig.
Puerto
I
Rican,
don't-
but
I ain't
he
even
Puerto
gonna cap.
Rican.
He biracial or some shit.
What I will say is this:
Oh,
the
his
people
mama white?
who the people who
Daddy
run
white.
AA
Like the same
meetings
color.
are not
red-nosed pig, like I said.
they're not sober people who never drunk. So you want to hear from people who have made those mistakes because that's going to teach you what not to
He
do.
didn't learn shit. Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
we don't know. He might have. I mean, you can cuss, but he might have.
We've been cursing this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
You've cursed
He
17
might have.
times
He learned
before
though.
that
He's,
curse.
when he talked about not making his wife come, he talked about how he was able to learn from that. That situation.
Right.
And then when he cheated, he learned, hey, don't apologize on the radio. That's not how you get an apology from cheating.
That's a terrible
Wasn't he cheating with
idea.
Erica Mena?
Listen,
He was.
I think that
Listen.
was the thing. What
Yeah.
what is
He was
him and Rick
cheating with
Ross
Erica Mena, and
beefing
she
about?
fine as hell,
So the
too.
beef is
I don't
about
even
car
know what it
shows.
is.
Erica
So
Mena's still
Car
fucking
car
she's a Ferrari.
shows.
yeah, so DJ Envy does a car show every year and I think he does it kind of off the East Coast. And Rick Ross has been doing a car show at his
Here.
estate. Yep, in Georgia, in his estate. So he's been he charges a lot more for his car shows because, of course, it's on his property and stuff like that. But DJ Envy was like going at him because he was saying like, "Oh, you had Eddie Murphy laid up in your bed, dropping cum in your bed, and all this crazy shit like that." Because Coming to America was at Rick Ross's house.
He was trying to talk
I
shit.
didn't know that. I thought you was talking about they was fucking. I was about to
No.
be like, he
I'm
on his
like,
Diddy.
what?
He on his Diddy
He was
shit.
trying to
Me
talk
too.
shit about how Rick Ross rents his home out for like different productions
homie
and things
lives
of
in.
that
So
nature.
because he's smart.
And then
that's
DJ
a
Envy.
flex.
DJ Envy has like he's like a real estate tycoon of some sort, and that's what he likes to think of himself as, other than the radio personality. So he has like a bunch of different homes, and he was like, his main thing was like, you rent out the home that you lay your head in for productions,
Right.
and I don't. Like, I have several other properties that I can
Rick
do
Ross
that
has
with.
several other properties.
But the bed that I lay within my wife is not being touched by anybody. And I'm sure Rick Ross didn't let anybody into his actual fucking
Right,
bedroom. Like,
bedroom,
I'm sure he has fucking 27 bedrooms in that bitch, and they weren't even near his actual
Yeah.
bedroom.
But he also has a home in Miami, so we don't even know which one he actually
no,
lives
but
in.
no, he
predominantly.
does. He
No, I know he has one in Georgia.
no,
I'm
he
saying-
no, he lives here.
Oh, okay.
No, like
he
he
lives in
cuts the
Florida.
tree. He cuts the
between
trees down.
both of
No, he
them.
cuts the trees down where he lives at. Like he lives. Georgia is where his main hub is. Him, like Boosie's out here too. There's a lot of guys that they make Georgia their
He's
hub.
mainly here, and then also at like Miami, but
Okay.
mainly here.
So-
And then also, but Rick Ross has like one of the biggest estates in the state of Georgia.
Yeah. It's huge.
Like Rick Ross's estate is bigger than anybody else's. For like he's able to do that because
Right.
of the
How big it
the
is.
sheer like massiveness of
Yeah.
his fucking land.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm
Probably
like,
even
this
live
nigga
on that
probably
side
got
of the
like
house
50
when they
bedrooms.
film.
I'm sure even if
He probably don't even hear it. He's in
He
his
probably
bedroom
didn't even
asleep.
know
They
they were
downstairs
there.
filming.
He
Yeah,
gave
like,
them niggas
yeah.
a key.
and because I live there, I would charge more.
Yeah.
See what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he said it's like $500 for VIP.
And
I'm
it's
on
like,
Rick Ross side. This
okay,
nigga made Aston Martin music.
Envy. You used all these
Period.
other houses probably to
Envy
fuck
made
these other
nothing.
bitches.
All Envy has is the Breakfast Club, and I hope they cancel it soon.
Stop.
Well, no, 'cause they're not just
you want to kill the
hilarious.
Breakfast
Stop.
Club?
The Breakfast
Nah.
Club,
The
we all
Breakfast
from New
Club.
York, and we're all tired of that shit. That shit been on its last leg for like 7
They
years.
got
Like,
Just
I'm surprised.
Hilarious on there now.
Yeah,
It's
she
Just
writes
Hilarious
it.
is
Shout out
on
to
the
Just
Breakfast
Hilarious.
Club?
Just Hilarious is on there now.
I didn't
Is
even know that.
she the person they chose to like permanently stay
Nah.
on?
I
there?
don't know, but she's there a lot.
Angela Yee still
Yeah,
there?
no.
Oh, damn.
Angela been left.
Shorty
She
got
the
her own
lipstick.
show.
She got
I
the
know she
freaking
had the
dick.
She
lip-
pulled the Angie Martinez. I heard that.
Lip
Breakfast-
service.
No.
Breakfast
She
Club
was
has been
ish.
having like a bunch of different hosts,
She
like
never
doing
gonna go
testings,
Angie
and I
level,
guess
sorry.
I mean,
Just
yeah, 'cause she
Hilarious
ain't
has
rap.
been the person who has
but
been
she
like
used to
the
be
most
with us.
consistent out of everybody.
That's so random.
But like she's
so
also
they're all gone?
yeah
No.
no Charlemagne and Envy are still
Charlamagne
there.
and
Okay.
Envy.
But
Charlamagne should have been the first one gone, to be honest.
Stop.
I thought
After
he
he
would
was
be.
I don't mean on no
Sniffing
bad, but
seats.
he has other ventures.
He has a
compared to
lot of
them, is
other
what I'm
he has
saying.
his hands in lots of things, but I don't
Yes.
think he plans on taking his hands out of any of the things.
Yeah.
Did you say he
At
sniffed
all.
the seat?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
used to
Kelly
do that.
Rowland.
He used to
who else did
sniff
he do?
seats after women left from
Oh
their
my
interviews.
God.
Okay, it wasn't women. It was Jennifer Lopez.
No,
Like,
it
let's-
was women. He
Is
did with
that
Kelly
another
Rowland.
woman?
First of all,
Hold on.
was down J-Lo.
Breakfast Club used to have a yearly wrap up of Charlemagne's just like absolute horrendous nonsense after every year, and at least 3 years in a row, there were clips of him sniffing women's seats after they left,
Kelly
and
Rowland.
also clips of him telling women that like, oh, I can't wait for you to get up because I'm gonna sniff that seat.
yes.
Yeah, I do
Charlamagne-
remember
I will
that.
never get up.
Charlamagne pre facial peel was a fucking monster compared to Charlamagne now. Why you keep saying
Charlemagne
stop, go?
pre
Yes.
Melanex peel.
Yeah, yes. Pre microdermabrasion.
Okay,
was a
like
scary man.
the fact this
Okay.
nigga got 7 chemical peels and decided to be a different person
Now he
and started
brown skin
putting
for
on
real.
sunscreen.
He think he
Right.
light skinned.
The fuck out of here! Your soul is still dark, nigga.
Okay, another cheater.
Another one.
Another one.
Who's a cheater?
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne stopped cheating. He said September 9th of 2016 he stopped cheating, yo. Like
That
what's
was
up?
yesterday.
Like,
that don't count.
Now 16, yo.
That was a great summer.
That's
I ain't
behind
gonna-
him.
That was a great summer.
He put that.
though.
Yeah, he got it off and he put that behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He been
I
with-
got it
He been his
off.
wife for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? She held it down through all that. I mean, you can't be mad. Like
I'm gonna be
I gotta
mad.
pay attention to the things you're agreeing with.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I thought she was setting him up for the divorce a long time ago.
This
though.
is what I'm saying.
But
Because
isn't
he
that
was-
why he stopped cheating? Because she was gonna divorce him.
I don't. She may have threatened him with it. I mean, after the 5th time, I'm pretty sure he was like, "Oh,
Fifth?
you really gonna divorce me?" But but I was thinking with him with that, like, cause he was talking about it so much. Like, it's probably like 2 or 3 years ago. I could have sworn it was coming. Either he was
Yeah.
in dead fear of getting cheated. I mean, getting divorced, or
She definitely cheated back. I remember that.
she did.
Yeah, I think she cheated.
That's when they was younger, though. I remember he
doesn't
said
matter.
that story when they was younger. She did a little kick back on him.
That hurt his
And
heart.
and he said, yeah, she said he found out the dude had a bigger dick than him, and
Yeah.
He should have stopped from then. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop acting like when I go outside, niggas ain't.
Nah, but then he got mad money, and now who you gonna cheat on me with? You gonna have to cheat on a nigga with more money than me. Who's
no, he just cheated on somebody with a bigger dick than him.
But he has to have a bigger dick and more money
yeah,
next
and a
time.
bigger
Like,
wallet.
No. Have you ever heard? If you hear Charlemagne's content, if the nigga got a bigger dick than him, he is upset. They had a whole little spiel where he was like, "Oh man, I wish people would." You know, there was folks that used to talk about me having a big dick, and then Andrew Schultz was like, "Nah, they do." He was like, "For real?" I was like, "Nah, they ain't talking about you, bro."
You know what? Because that's what gets you going. You need to go to hell.
But no,
Oh,
kind
they've
of
been
just
together since high school. I don't believe in that.
yeah, they've been together since they came out the swamp together,
Yeah.
like
she said, I don't believe in that.
on some real shit. Like they,
You don't believe in high school sweethearts?
Not 100%. We need to break up, and I need
Because
to
you don't know
experience
shit
other things.
else. I'm glad.
No,
I
that's
broke up
true.
with my
Yeah,
husband, sweetheart.
I'm clouded by just you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to experience other things to know. Oh, it's you.
I chose
You're the
you,
one.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You,
You don't know
top
nothing
shelf.
else.
You wagyu. Don't you just say yeah?
But I mean, Charlemagne got what he got because he has all 3 girls. So I mean,
All three.
yeah, all
Daughters?
3 all his daughters, all his children are girls. So
Oh.
like that was his
Y'all
his
don't
get
learn
back.
from that.
I mean, it's not a learn.
don't
It's not a
learn.
learn. It's about now what you potentially they're gonna have to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the get back goes through. Now you're gonna have to console
Oh yeah, I think I
A
paid my
young
daddy's
girl.
debts for real.
do that.
Poor me. I don't even fuck with him.
Girl, I know that's right.
Next
Do
topic.
y'all really feel like that may have
No,
been
100%, 100%, 100%.
That is a true thing.
100%.
If your father's first child is a girl and you are it, you're paying back your father's debts because, child.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't. I never even heard about that. But kind of.
Yeah, I've never heard about that. I also don't feel like that's kind of like I've been through it, but also like
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
I'm like
they say,
the most supremely happy now. So
They say if you're a man,
It doesn't mean there's
I
not
don't
a
know
happy
if-
ending, but like think about the process to
the
get
pro-
where you are
Yeah,
now.
they say if you're a man and your first
It
child
may
is
not
a
have been
girl,
trash.
it's
but
karma.
Yeah, it
for
wasn't
how you
trash.
treated women.
It was
You shouldn't have gone through what you went through.
yeah, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't.
They say it's supposed
The
to
worst.
be karma for how your father treated other women.
I wasn't
So
even
that's
alive.
why
That's
he
the
had a
crazy
girl.
part.
Yeah,
That's
that
crazy.
too. So
I kind of believe that though. Like the dude that I went to high school with, he was like my good friend at the time. He was like that, and his first kid was a girl. I think he had 2
Yeah.
girls. Though, now that I
Usually think
it.
about the most ain't shit.
Most of the people that I know. Yeah,
You know, they usually have a daughter.
that's real. That's word.
So sorry for her. So
Yeah, I be feeling so bad.
But if that was
Do
the
we
case,
have
wouldn't there
any-
be no ain't shit niggas?
No.
No.
What you mean?
Because if
No,
all the
ain't
We're
shit
dudes,
not
niggas just have
alive.
daughters.
We're
if
not
all
alive.
the dudes having sons are shit, then wouldn't they teach their sons to be shit?
no,
No.
bro.
No.
It doesn't pass
The
genetically.
point is, the point isn't that you're not shit because you have a son. It's that your daughters are paying the price for what you did
Because
to other
now
women.
dudes are not gonna be nice to
So
her.
now you're
Mm-hmm.
like you dealing with barrel.
So now you're gonna watch your daughter suffer.
I get
and
that part.
cry
I get
because
that
That
part.
is what you did to other people's daughters.
I get
Yeah,
that
it's
part,
like
but
karma.
I'm just saying, wouldn't they not have sons?
No,
They
because you
can't
got
Or the
know
second
that.
one could be a son. The second
okay.
kid could be a
Yeah.
son.
Yeah, your second one might be.
Or
a
even
son.
your
It's
first, it
literally
doesn't
just
matter.
karma. It's
Yeah.
like
Your
you
first
gotta,
one might be
you
your
you
second
gotta
daughter.
watch what you gotta see the behind the scenes of what the fuck happened when you broke women's hearts and didn't give a fuck and just move the fuck
Right.
on, and now you have a daughter and you gotta see like the behind the scenes,
Right.
Yeah.
and the you gotta see like how she had to be consoled when you just didn't think twice about it.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like
That's the curse.
it's like Jayz, thumbs down. When he had Blue Ivy, he was like, that's when he realized Beyonce was a woman and a human being. Even though they were together
Yeah.
for 50 years. Shout out to Queen B. I can't wait to see you perform. So
Renaissance tour.
It's kind of
Took
like
it revoked.
girl dads, whatever. They're like, oh, I didn't realize like their mom or whoever I was with was a human until I had a daughter. Like that's
No, niggas are stupid with
Part
that.
of the
That's
thing.
that's
Yeah.
probably the stupidest shit we've got off in like last 25 years.
Yeah.
Like being able to say, "Oh, yo, chicks is people, yo, because I got a daughter." Like that's
Yo.
where it took you to see. It wasn't the fact that she's breathing
No, but
oxygen.
yes.
Like that didn't
That's
anything
why
else.
we're
or not
the
your own
karma.
mother.
Making
like,
independent
Right.
decision.
That's why we're the karma.
But I mean, I feel like Jay-Z is the king of just saying the dumbest things in that regard.
Yeah,
this
he don't
nigga
take care of
said,
his other kids.
"Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up."
All his kids. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean on his
He got sons.
Wait, he has
There's a bunch of
He
kids in
has-
Maryland.
he has other children that aren't
tell
with
you.
Beyonce.
Yeah,
Yes.
Allegedly.
He has a child with Miss Trinidad. He allegedly has a child with that's why Free left him.
Ooh.
He has other children.
Big
One of
one.
his kids are more in the news now because he's like
Is a
Jay-Z has been avoiding doing his DNA test for the last like 20 plus years. But if you look at a side-to-side picture, Jay-Z,
He might not be that kid father though.
no,
Yeah,
they
there's-
look alike.
No, I don't know.
His features are too hard,
I don't know.
harsh.
There was
harsh.
a
I gotta see
chick
the nose
that
and
used
the
to, that
lip.
was
I'm
on the
gonna
Star
look up right
show.
now.
There
I
was a
gotta see the
chick.
nose and the lips.
I didn't
There was
even
a
know
chick
about
who was
this.
on Star in the morning on his show, and she said that she was Jay-Z's daughter. And she's but she was in Maryland. Like there's a lot of these kids that are in Maryland around that time. Jay-Z and them was allegedly moving from
Yeah,
state to states
but-
like that.
Okay,
this-
I used to think I was Jay-Z's son.
You
Wrong.
know what? Goodbye.
Wrong.
Good
But
night.
this particular kid though,
We are not even taking you serious right,
Right.
now. Like, what the
Goodbye
fuck?
and good night.
that's a stop. Stop.
Anybody can say they Jay-Z's
No, this
son.
particular son, he's been avoiding DNA. You're not gonna be Jay-Z and avoid DNA.
Why wouldn't you?
You're gonna
Right.
Why-
I'm Jay-Z.
because you're gonna know that's not your kid.
Because
and
if I
wanna get
if I
it
start
over with.
passing out swabs for you, I gotta pass it out for all the joints. Like I can't be out here doing that. Like that's gonna take too much of my
But
time.
he swapped for the other kids. You know why? Also, because his mom was young,
Mm-hmm.
so Jay-Z would be what? Pedophile.
Pedo.
You don't even look
yeah,
like
that's
Jay-Z.
what they said he did with the. With,
He looks
with
like
Aaliyah
any
and
nigga.
Beyonce, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Lil Mo?
Yeah.
Wasn't he messing with Lil Mo when she was like 16 or something like that?
I don't
No,
know.
I
I believe
I
that
don't
was
know.
an old
It's
story.
Foxy. Foxy.
Look, yeah, Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown.
Yeah, it was Foxy.
That's who it was.
That looked like Jay-Z.
I don't think that man looked like
He
Jay-Z.
really don't.
He kind of looks like
He
Jay-Z.
fully-
So if y'all
Yeah.
Jay-Z and y'all finally obliged with the test, y'all bringing them into the castle, like y'all. is he-
Beyonce's not gonna allow that.
you don't think so?
Beyonce's not gonna allow that.
At all.
Why you don't think that?
What? Beyonce is not from the gutter like
What
Jay.
kind of PR mess?
That's number one.
She don't do that.
She
wild.
she was already upper middle class.
Mhm.
She just got richer.
Yeah, she was
So,
already.
But this ain't wasn't like this.
Yeah,
Not
he
like it's
really
a
made it
cheating
from the
baby.
gutter.
This is a baby from
Doesn't
you know what I'm saying,
matter.
before you.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
matter.
If
Yeah.
you claim the baby before you gotta claim all the other kids.
Right.
While I
We
was
don't have
with
to.
you.
We gotta do the DNA test. We gotta test them up. Swab City.
He
That's
can,
why I
he
can't
can
give this one a
avoid
swab.
each other DNA test for another 20 years.
Beyonce really loved Jay-Z.
Poor
Does she
her.
love him or does she love the empire that they have together?
She
No,
loved
she loves
him.
the
She
empire
loved
that they
him.
have together.
Nah, she
She got
loved him.
Stockholm
It's
syndrome.
him.
She really love him. I don't get
It's
it.
the entire thing. It's not just him. It's
She loves the
everything.
empire too. She loves
She loves
the package
everything that
deal.
comes.
Everything,
It's him in the middle, and then it's everything around him that makes the whole thing tolerable. It's not
Right.
just him. It cannot just be him.
It's definitely
There's
not just
no
him.
way it's just him.
It's not just
Y'all
him.
are bugging the fuck
It's
out.
not just him.
She's not just like, ooh, just this man. Like when I look at him in his face, ooh, that's it for me. No, that's
Yo,
not
the
it
way
for
he
any
throws the
human
football
woman
is so
ever.
crazy.
Ever in the history of life
But
has
she
any
does.
woman been like, ooh, that's
But
enough
there's,
for me.
does.
but
love
there's
him.
women that could not love the man and still love everything around him. She loves him though.
Yo,
That's
I know-
what
I
I'm
know he was
saying.
moving them
That's
crazy.
what I'm
Okay,
saying. That's
I agree
my
with
point.
that. I
That's
agree
my
with
point.
that. She loves him.
Yes, but
And
yes,
Everything around
Yes.
him made her not leave him for
yes,
Usher.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Usher?
Yes.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
100.
Can I add to that? Can I add to that?
Yes.
I actually spoke on that earlier
Yes.
today. Jay-Z is the biggest cock blocker. Sean
Stop.
Paul and Usher go.
Yes.
Yup.
The reason why Sean Paul is not in the video with her and Baby Boy is because Jay-Z blocked
Too much
that
sexual chemistry.
Oh wow, really?
shit. Yes.
I
Because
didn't
she
know
don't need
Yo,
him.
Sean Paul,
That's-
Sean
that's
Paul
a-
ain't been in
that's
the
a
video with my
well-known
girl
fact.
either.
I didn't
I'm not
know
even
that.
gonna allow
I
that.
didn't
That
know
That's
Sean-
a well-known
Yo,
fact.
Pond the
Okay.
replay. No,
Fact.
we're not doing that. Pond the replay is not in the video with my shawty. It's not finna happen. You know, you go over
No,
there with your
Baby
scenes,
Boy.
your solo scenes. Baby boy, you stay over there.
Don't
all
forget,
right?
Jay is older than B.
Yeah, true.
So when they got together, even if you're like, oh no,
Yeah,
she's 19,
right.
In reality, she
They
was still young.
Yeah.
So
She
that's
still wanted other niggas. She was still like, this nigga Usher
oh yeah,
fine
she
as
did it
fuck.
most deaf.
She was like,
She
she
did
was
it
like,
nice.
Sean
In the
Paul, this little
90s?
light skinned nigga. He
Most
got
deaf?
this little
The
Caribbean
braids?
accent. I like
When
this
people really
nigga.
couldn't even find out for real, at least till months later, like
She dated Nelly.
So-
She dated most deaf. Like she definitely was with other people.
yeah.
Nelly.
I'm not
Yes.
finna let y'all do
Okay,
this. Y'all-
period.
I'm not finna
Because
let y'all do
Nelly-
this to Beyonce. I'm not finna
Nelly
let y'all
is
do this.
way finer than
we're
Jay-Z.
not doing
Finna do
anything.
this.
It's a
Y'all,
fact.
y'all know who the love of her life is. It is Julius. So y'all gonna stop trying to play
Yeah,
with her like
period.
that. Okay, that
Yeah.
is Julius.
Period.
Is the,
Yeah, it's
she would
definitely-
regard if she was not with
Probably.
Jay, she would be with
She was
Julius.
definitely with a
definitely
white
Julius.
man too.
We're
don't
not even
know.
gonna talk
you
about it.
gonna
Behind
Stop,
the scenes.
stop slandering the queen like,
No.
like that.
When
no.
they separated for a
no,
year,
nope,
she was with
No.
somebody behind the scenes. Billionaire.
no, not a white man.
Yes.
Beyonce
Creole.
never has touched a white penis in her life.
I
Not
didn't
my
say
queen
they.
bee.
I didn't say they was humping.
Not my queen
I
bee.
said they was together.
Not my queen bee.
What
Okay,
would you do?
Julius
Look
is
at
her
me.
soulmate. For real, Julius is her soulmate.
Julius.
We love us some Julius.
Did y'all see the clip?
Yeah.
When they were yelling.
Yeah,
his
they were
name
yelling for
in
him.
The concert,
I
and she
saw
was looking
it.
around like,
She was like,
"Are
"Not
you
y'all
not
got to
coming
say
see me?"
Julius."
Yeah. She's like, only I could yell his name. Hold on.
Period.
Julius
know.
is
He's
mine.
fine. I would
Shoot.
pretend to attack just so he could carry me away.
You know what?
All right, so
In a swarm.
let me ask y'all a quick another little question. So it's still Jay-Z related, so we'll stay on topic. So there's been announced that
Take
he's
his dreads
bringing-
out. Oh,
What happened? Take his what out?
Dreads.
Locks.
Take his dreads out.
No,
Oh, he could
those
definitely
are
do that.
dreads.
No, he could definitely do
Those,
that. But
those are dreads.
Stop.
he's bringing Caesar's Palace to
Thumbs
Times
down.
Square.
No.
So what do y'all think?
Thumbs
He needs to
down.
leave that away.
Wait. Thumbs down. 2 thumbs down. I hate that.
Yeah, no.
He want to be Marcus Garvey so bad.
Remember when that Tuesday was in New York for like 2 seconds?
Oh yeah, I
It's
remember
gonna
that.
be the exact
It was at the
same
aqueducts,
shit.
right?
Yes.
What was that?
Yeah.
And niggas was throwing chairs.
Mhm, they
and
closed
acting
that
a
shit right the
goddamn
fuck
fool.
down.
And it's gonna be the exact same thing if he do that shit.
What was that
He needs
thing
to-
that
he got the
like, people-
Barclays, and that's all he need. Leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah, he already fucked Brooklyn over.
This
Right.
is what I'm saying. He got the Nets too?
Nah, not anymore.
Oh.
He sold that 1/15%.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
What
well,
was that
leave us
thing?
alone.
That app that's like y'all would just talk. You don't see nobody for real. They used to like rap and stuff during the
Oh, the no.
Club,
she's-
party house,
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yeah.
Clubhouse.
I think it was Clubhouse or
Oh, yes,
Twitter
we-
circles right before it hung up, and he was like, "Oh, making a rant about how like you can't call black people capitalist and da 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 da." And,
Who?
like, Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z.
Yeah, basically he be on Twitter,
Oh.
whether he want to admit it or not.
I didn't even know
Him and
that.
Beyonce.
He a Twitter nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't know
They was
that.
scrolling. And the thing is, you gotta like Uchiwali on one mic,
Mm.
and it be very much Uchiwali. Times Square does not need a casino.
It does not.
No,
Times
no,
Square needs to burn down as a New Yorker.
it really doesn't
Like,
though.
It really does.
I mean, it doesn't. That's a little dramatic. It doesn't need to burn down. But
I hate
like,
Taurus. I'm sorry.
Jayz saying that black people can't be capitalists when like you're the biggest black capitalist. You're one.
No, he's saying
like,
you
you're one
can't
of
call them capitalists because he's trying to say it's a bad term.
He's
That's
not the
what
biggest.
Yeah.
That's exactly
he
what
was
you
like-
are, though.
Yeah, he was like
Michael
it's like saying the
Jordan.
N-word or
Michael
something
Jordan
like that.
exists.
No, you are a capitalist.
You
But
are.
You
You're right,
profit
okay.
off of other people's like
Labor.
disenfranchisement.
The same Jay-Z.
You other people need to suffer in order for you to make more money, and that's the way you make more money. Therefore,
Yes.
you are a capitalist. You now have the opportunity to do so. In 2023, as a black man, you can be a capitalist. Congratulations, nigga. I guess. What the fuck? You're a fucking sellout to me. But congratulations, you can be that, and that's what the fuck you are. You're a black capitalist.
Right.
He sold a title. Title's not that bad. Right?
Okay.
He sold that, didn't he?
This is the same man.
Oh, I think he did sell title
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, to some white people.
Capitalism.
This is the same man who his 40-40 product. For 40-40.
Sorry, Jay, I tried.
When most of, if not majority of the tenants in 40-40 were facing evictions, you know what he did? Not let me pay because I have the money. Let me set up a crypto course for y'all.
Right.
Bullshit.
These people can't pay their rent, and you setting up crypto courses? Be for real.
And this is in the height of when crypto was at its lowest, when everybody,
This
all
is-
these scams
Yes.
was coming out. Everybody was getting exposed for this as being a pump and dump scheme on this shit. Like he was trying to give this shit to people at the bottom when it was not even worth a damn.
Literally.
This is the would you want $1 billion or a dinner with Jay-Z?
$1 billion. $1 billion.
Yeah. I don't know.
$1 billion.
This is the same man who displaced dozens, if not hundreds, of families in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
For the Barclays.
and let himself be used as the face of the fucking Barclays Center.
Yeah.
Just fucking like, let me tap. Like,
Jay-Z
this
ain't
is
never
good.
been good.
Hey,
Jay-Z
I'm
ain't
here.
never been good.
It's okay. Sell your property to the whites. Like, what the fuck?
A little shuck and jive.
Right. He thinks
That's
like,
all he do. That's all him and Beyond. Like,
I was about to say that too. I was like, but how is that so different than what Beyonce does?
I'm not gonna touch her fully because she's not from the same class. Let's say that. That's the one.
So she gets a pass because she came from money?
I'm
'Cause
not
she
gonna
wasn't
say
a
she
drug
has
dealer?
A pass,
Because she didn't move 90 bricks?
Cause she ain't shoot her brother.
but you don't.
all white bricks.
She doesn't know a struggle compared to somebody who's. I mean, he's been out of the struggle for so long, so he doesn't know it for real. But somebody who's been there, it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? Like even when she did
Beyonce's never been there.
that, never. Like even when she did that movie, I
He's
think
moving
Carmen,
off of I'm never going
The bottom.
back.
What's that?
Yeah,
Right.
even when she did that movie Carmen, and like Carmen was supposed to be like a struggled person, she was like, I don't relate to that because my parents were. No, her dad was like in the 80s
I
making
know.
100K plus
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
the 80s.
Right.
So imagine
100K plus in the 80s
It's
is
$1 million.
like
$1 million.
Nah,
They
it's
were- he was a
it's-
millionaire.
It's like 200K now. It's like, it's just doubles.
$1 million.
It doesn't matter. The point is money.
$1 million. They were billionaires.
They
Back
wasn't
then-
living check to check.
Back
That
then,
is the point.
you could have worked at a shoe store and had a house. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So
yeah.
imagine.
Right,
Like,
right.
So it's different. And I'm not excusing one from the other, but Jay-Z never been good. He sold crack to his mama.
This
So we
Stop.
can
Shot his brother.
go for a fact.
Jay-Z has never had the interest of the black community
Himself, he's a
in-
narcissist.
No, he hasn't.
in his brain ever
He
because
hasn't.
you sold crack to your community to make money, and now you're fucking bulldozing black communities to build up the
A
things
white
that-
power structure.
No,
Powers, yes.
no, Blue Ivy's college fund.
Blue Ivy don't need to go to college.
Nigga, please.
You know what?
That waste of money.
Sorry, I'm only.
Honestly.
Was it
She
you
already
that
got a
told me
Grammy.
about
What
this
are you
guy who
talking
was
about?
like,
True.
Hold on.
there was this YouTuber, right, who's like, I'm not gonna act like y'all watching this is
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
is
FD
gonna
signifier.
FD signifier. He was like, you guys watching this is not gonna help the black community. He makes videos about like black people and our struggle and this and that and what we can do and this and that. But he very explicitly says, y'all watching these videos is not gonna help the black community. That alone is not gonna help the black community. Y'all watching these videos is gonna help me take my family on vacation.
Right.
Period.
it's gonna help him solidify his family, but it's not doing anything for us as a whole.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Nothing like that's what I hate that we don't know that.
I mean, we do.
Well, I mean, he tries to act like he
We don't. We
Jay-Z,
don't. As a community, we don't. We don't.
Jay-Z even said,
Yeah, we don't.
No, Jay-Z even said on one of his interviews where he felt his existence was black, like excellence and black liberation because of the fact that he exists.
Right.
And I definitely agree.
Wrong. No.
It's
I'm in
cap.
debt. I'm in debt.
I mean,
I'm in debt.
it's
So,
black
you know,
excellence for him and his family.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about black excellence, in which it always fails at the end of the day, it doesn't
exists.
trickle down.
Yes, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
There's
Because black people don't own enough for black excellence to trickle down,
Right.
and
Right.
black people never hold on to anything enough
And it's not their
for
fault.
black excellence to trickle
It's
down.
not. It's
There's
not their
never
fault.
anything. There's never any institutions in place for us to be like, this is exactly where we can go, where it can work out for us.
Yeah.
That doesn't work out.
Yeah.
I think
Fucking P sold QC. P and what's his like
Coach.
P and Coach sold QC to a white man.
Yeah,
No,
I was
the
gonna say
Asians.
that.
The-
A lot
to-
of black
yeah.
people end up selling their shit.
There's no black distribution
Yeah.
systems. There's no black
Which
manufacturing
really
systems.
differentiates, like, honestly, us from, like, the Jews, to
Yeah,
be honest.
right,
Because
yeah.
they really be holding they shit together. And can't nobody get through them.
Yeah.
But in
Gridlocked.
New York,
But that's
in Queens
Nigga,
alone, where
like
I live
this,
in Cambria
nigga.
Heights, them niggas own the police.
yeah.
they own America.
They the whole time.
Honestly.
No, but in New like as
if
a New
you see
Yorker,
Brooklyn now,
you
see
know
it.
the
You see
power of the Jewish
Yeah,
people
you
as a
see
New
it.
Yorker.
They
You
have
see it
their
on a
own everything.
regular
Because,
basis.
like you said,
every
it
single
trickles
Jewish
down.
holiday, the
When they take over-
get
NYPD,
shut off.
they're fucking like knees
Traffic
fucking-
everywhere.
Yes.
That's why during the
Like,
pandemic they was
period.
cutting down parks to get inside because they want to take their kids for a swing.
And you can't tell them nothing.
During COVID, they were still allowed to have all those big ass religious events.
Yes.
They were like, we don't give a fuck about wearing masks, none of that. And then everyone was
It does
complaining.
not apply to
But
them.
past complaining, nothing happened. Regardless of all of the rules, all of the laws, all of the legalities that were put in place because of COVID, like the Jewish people in New York were able to do what they wanted to do.
Listen.
because of their religious
The same way
practices
blacks
that
want
are
our
respected.
reparations, we want our reparations and we fight. After the Holocaust, them niggas said, fuck that. And they stuck to that fuck that.
Yeah.
And they grew on that fuck that.
Yeah. But black people,
Reparations
we
are
just
so
don't have the
hard.
network. When black people make it, when some of us make it, it's like they have to provide for all the
I
black
feel
people
like
in their
It's
family,
not. I don't think it's
all the
just
black
that.
people
No,
in the
because
community,
You know, a lot of Jewish
all
people
that stuff
are
like that.
on, like benefits.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
But
of
they know how to
course.
like swindle the system.
They know.
But they also have
They on the
access
WBT,
to
they on
each
the
other
Wix.
undisputably. Like
Jewish
you know,
people
they have
are still
access.
white.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
too.
Yeah, right.
Jewish people are still white.
Yeah, 100%.
Their route out of their oppression was going to be easier than ours,
Because
point
they're
blank,
white.
period, because they look like their oppressor.
Oppressors,
Yeah.
So all they had to do, the Italians, the Irish, all of them, all they had to do is be like, hey,
We're
hey,
still
we're
white.
white too.
We're
But
still
black
white.
people, like, it's a completely different, like,
don't have
it
anything under black
represents something different when we gain our equality and when we
Right.
are
That's-
powerful.
right.
It's a
what I'm trying to
completely
say. Yeah.
black power to them means their loss of
yes,
of their power.
Absolutely.
So it's not the
Absolutely.
same thing.
Yeah.
When Jewish people want to be like, "Oh, we're white too." Okay, join the cause.
Right.
We're building our army. Italians,
least you're
join.
not black.
Irish
Like-
people, join. Right?
Right, as-
But it's a completely
Because they were all black at a point.
yes.
They were
Well,
all black
that
at a
part.
point.
Yeah.
They were, but it's a completely
part.
different thing when black people do the same thing, and I
Yeah.
think that's why, like, all of the whole like diaspora wars bothers me very, very much when
The light
African Americans,
skin,
the not just that's just in here, but the light skin, dark skin thing bothers me. The African American
always
versus
bothered
African
me.
thing bothers me. The African versus Caribbean thing bothers me.
Yeah.
All of that shit bothers me so
Yeah.
fucking much.
Them
Because
niggas sold
white-
us. So I got beef. Them niggas sold us.
Because at the
FBA
end of
over
the
here.
day, we were
Foundational
all the
Black
same
American
thing.
over here. I got beef.
Shut
Don't
up.
sell me.
It's not even
Don't
just that we
sell
were
me.
sold, but even when we did like start gaining freedoms, whether in America or whatever, so many people jumped. And that's why even when like California, right? That's the main state that we hear talk about like reparations, and they're trying to do like $1 million or $500,000, whatever the case. It's like you can't even really track who's supposed to get reparations because a lot of Americans went to the Caribbeans or went to Africa, and a lot of Caribbeans came to America and all that other stuff. So
And then like
how
what
do you track
specifically like what the fuck do Haitians get from the
Everything.
French?
Because if it wasn't
Because-
for Haitians, y'all would still be enslaved.
No, because there's a
Everyone.
there's a very direct lineage to y'all owe us some shit, and then we've been paying y'all reparations. Not y'all, not since
I
I've
know.
Yeah,
been-
no.
We've been paying
Americans.
y'all reparations
French.
since we've gained our independence,
Yeah.
and y'all owe us quadruple the amount.
Yo.
Period.
Like literally without
Haiti's a true
Haitians,
Wakanda. For all
what
y'all that
is
talking about-
anybody's
Haiti is
history?
literally
Black Panther.
Wakanda.
What is literally anybody's history?
Right.
The American history. If Dominicans want to admit it or not, their fucking history.
Yeah.
Like, and they
Fuck
really
that
be
president.
Haiti's
saying
history
Fuck
is
that president.
Ecuadorian history.
Everyone's
it's fucking,
history.
It's fucking Cuban history.
Cuban
it's fucking
history.
Jamaican
Any-
history. It's fucking Creole down south history. It's fucking
Louisiana, like all of that.
all of that shit.
All of
Like
that.
y'all
Any-
wouldn't have had
Let me look at the
shit
camera.
without us. Point blank. Fucking period.
Period. Any country that has red and blue in their flag is because of who? Haiti. Because they respected us. We sent our
1804,
military to
fuck
help
that
y'all. America wouldn't even be free without Haiti. Okay? Because what?
And they leave that shit out the textbooks like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Shout out to my
because
mother.
the American
for teaching me my real
independence
history.
system was learned from watching Haiti. Haiti did that shit first. So
We were the first niggas to say fuck that for real. You don't got none of this shit. This is
I got a
our shit.
list. Okay, let's go.
And you
Who
gonna
let that?
Haiti.
Who let Kai?
Modern Northwest Brazil, Guyana,
Ecuador.
Venezuela, Ecuador, Colombia, Panama, North Peru, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Bolivia, Cuba, fucking South fucking America.
Oh, shout out to
the
my Cubans.
Louisiana Purchase wouldn't have happened if the Haitian Revolution fucking didn't.
Shout out to my Cubans. Coloquial.
That's
That's Dominicans, I know.
Let's move on.
But shout out to my
I
Cubans.
just, no, you know, I just love when you just talk.
First
about
of
history.
all,
you know
May
that.
18th just passed, so stop fucking with me.
The Haitian Flag Day period. You see the
Bow.
big Haitian Revolution, nigga.
You know what time it is over here. They know what it is. They know what goes
Frederick
on.
is a Haitian man.
We all hate
Joseph Neg-Semak.
Next Semak.
Next Semak.
Semak.
Okay,
Lucite.
Frederick.
As of
Frederick.
2 days
Neg
ago.
Latibonit. Period.
Feel me?
Gang, gang.
Everybody who
Wait,
wants to
wait,
Madame
wait.
Cap.
Went from Port-au-Prince, Kamel Fomo Cap.
period.
Come, where?
Semak.
Semak. Okay, from Semak.
From Semak.
Period. Fuck
Feel
out of
me?
here.
Fuck out of here.
So
All that.
whoever wants to
And
try to
all
hold
that
their
you
head-
pretty for Haitian shit gotta stop. I'm sorry, I had to get that off.
Yeah, I will put my foot in your ass.
Stop fucking playing with me.
all that holding your head high, looking down at the tip of your nose, cut that shit off because a lot of y'all would still be slaves. A lot of y'all just got your freedoms celebrating 60 years.
Y'all
I
just
don't-
heard
Okay,
what
all
free
right,
is.
okay.
1804.
No.
Big
Shut up.
1804.
I'm beefing.
Big
No,
1804.
I'm beefing. I'm
Big
beefing.
1804,
I'm
nigga.
beefing.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Y'all
And
chill.
all of y'all talk about voodoo, some Haitian shit. Voodoo's in Africa. Voodoo's in DR.
What's black
voodoo's
magic,
in
though?
Every fucking country.
When Jamaicans be like
Voodoo.
dumpy, but what's that
We-
though?
Voodoo's not
We a
even
little
in,
drunk, y'all. We,
No, I'm sober. Voodoo's not even just in thing.
Meanwhile,
Hoodoo is in
my-
America.
her
So
cup
everybody
empty.
got their own shit.
yeah, I
And
want y'all to
don't
know
let
that her cup is the only cup that's empty out of everybody's cup, but
Period.
she just said that she's not drunk. Meanwhile,
I'm
we
sober.
went to brunch before this.
We got hoodoo and voodoo. Africa.
Okay.
All that derived
shout
from
out Brother Voodoo.
traditional African religion
shit.
that was ripped from y'all, and then Christianity was placed into y'all palms.
So
and
By
all
the
y'all-
Europeans.
Let me
Okay,
look-
white man,
Let
I'll
me
take
look in the
this.
camera. All of y'all
Beat
that talk
us
about.
to learn Christianity.
All of y'all
They
that
were
talk
like,
about.
okay, white man, God, Christ, okay. Yum, 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 yum.
Right.
Stick
All
in
of
your
y'all-
chair.
Dumbass bitches.
All of y'all who talking about Haiti suffering because we did voodoo, no bitch. We free because we did voodoo.
Hold on.
Shout out to the motherfucking
Do these bitches
law.
know where their castor oil
Haiti's
came from?
suffering because we embrace Christianity too much.
And the white man. Yeah, because we forgot about our voodoo
But
roots.
do these bitches know where their castor oil
Give me
come
three
from?
coats. Give me 3 goats and 6 chickens.
We were only freed from the French because the general who literally led the Haitian Revolution was
Called down a law.
yes,
Yeah.
he was consulted by a voodoo priest
Yeah.
consistently.
Ezoli. Shout out
through
Ezoli. Ezoli.
If any actual Haitian tells you the story, voodoo has a very, very big part of why Haiti got its independence.
Yeah.
Got its independence from the French in the first goddamn place.
Literally.
But
I
it's
hate all of
because
y'all.
of the whites that it's viewed so
We've been-
bad.
we've
and
been
so
doing this for
evil.
too long, y'all.
Like it's really just spiritual shit.
We've been yelling
and
for
faith
too long.
Y'all have
and
been yelling
belief.
for a
It
while.
really
Yeah,
is that.
I'm talking
Let's
normally now.
no,
Sorry.
yeah, let's bring it back
Team
down.
Haiti.
I'm
But when you
sorry.
That's
believe
all
in
I'm
yourself
saying.
and you know you just got that thing on you,
obviously
then
Cause
the
that's
three
so
of us are
fucking
Haitian
ignorant.
women, and we are all very passionate about our country. I was born in Haiti.
I might as well be.
Okay, all of us are extremely Haitian and very proud. So let's move on. What's the next topic? That was very intense.
No, I appreciate it.
Okay.
I enjoy.
Shout out Dessalines. Shout out Dessalines.
Shout out Haiti.
Les Citadelles.
No, anytime you need to get your Haiti shit off, baby, you know this is the platform for
Zel,
that.
Zelma mon pépal.
And then stop viewing Haitian women as subservient ass women because we will beat you.
I will.
Heavy.
Okay.
Okay.
On sell tabac.
We'll treat you good, but trust you doing what
I
we
will
want
cook.
at the end of the day.
But I will also throw the hot grease on you if you
Okay.
talk to me crazy.
While you
Period.
eat the food I cook.
Okay. Ooh, man. Okay.
Okay. Cash out, cash out, cash out, cash out.
Y'all good? Y'all good? Y'all we good?
Yes,
We-
yes.
Y'all didn't
Next
got, okay,
topic, next
just want to
topic.
make sure. Just want to make sure.
We got that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. So this has been something that me and Farrah have been kind of going back and forth about for a little bit while now regarding the AI voice usage of either people who have passed, people who are still currently operating in the field of music. I don't know if y'all heard like AI Drake. He
Yeah,
got
I
slaps.
heard it.
AI Drake has slaps.
Them shit sound good.
There's a lot of these AI songs that's been coming out. So there has been Timbaland. So the producer Timbaland has come out and basically he's trying to commercialize it. He's trying to develop an app that's going to allow producers to be able to get people's voices and use them to make original songs. I'm talking about.
I have several opinions about this.
But my thing is, and I've been talking to Fair about this, I feel as though the voice that you come out with, when you use that for music, podcast, any of that voice sound is as similar to you saying, I got a guitar and I play a string of
It's
a guitar,
not.
and you're saying you own the sound that riff makes.
It's
You
not
don't
because the
own that
guitar
riff.
has 6 strings. It can only make a
You-
specific
okay,
amount of
okay.
things.
Do we want to go into
There
what
are
it looks like
people-
in your voice box and what are the strings and all the things that nature that make your sound in your voice box?
No two voices sound exactly
Regardless,
the same, bro.
exactly. Regardless of the fact that we all are made of the same amount of atoms and this and that, Whitney Houston's voice has never been replicated by anybody else. There are certain voices that can never be replicated by anybody else. And we listen and we revel in her because of the uniqueness of her voice. And then what she's done is special is because we cannot get any more. So I feel like it sullies the human experience, number one, the most important thing. It sullies that. Not only that, it sullies the creativity that comes from human experience that can only be created by the cognitive functions that only humans can have, right? I don't think that it's right for us to be able to, like, anybody can make like a Drake type beat, a Weeknd type beat, a Isaiah Rashad type beat and use it. Yes, that's different. That's like the aesthetic around the music that you have cultivated. But being able to make something and then people think that this came authentically from this person, I think that's wrong. I think that if you are able to use somebody else's voice that is not with us anymore, then you should not be able to profit off of it. Because not only has that person already cultivated their aesthetic, like, you have done no work. You're asking AI that you didn't fucking develop, first of all, to do something and follow a blueprint that's already been proven to work. You get nothing from that for me.
Can I comment on that?
Go ahead.
I do agree that like I have mixed opinions. I have very mixed opinions because I feel like as a songwriter, low key, you know,
high key.
This
nigga's too humble. He's a whole songwriter. Go ahead.
As a songwriter, I feel like there is something to offer from AI being used to like generate like certain artists' voices and likeness, because you could use that. Like I could write a song and have the artist that I imagine sing it for me, and I'll know how that sounds. So that could be a tool. And you can't say that I didn't do anything if I wrote a song for that artist to sing, even though they're not really singing it. I think the problem comes from what it's being used for and like who's benefiting off it. I think if all the pros, like if you use the AI to profit, then I think all like the proceeds should be split between whoever's writing or producing and the artist whose likeness
the problem
you're
is
getting, you're using.
The person is never actually like they're using AI to write the lyrics.
Oh, they're using
not
AI.
Not necessarily. There's some instance where there are people who are just writing the verses.
They're just using other voices.
Yeah, they're using the voice, but they're writing the music. Because that's what I said. The thing is, and me and her had this conversation about this.
Yeah.
You could be, but me and her had this conversation about this before, where we was talking about just the music and where you kind of you don't own particular sounds. You can trademark your voice now, but you don't really own a particular sound. Like if I play a music, if I make that, your voice is making a sound that is audible.
I don't like that.
But hold on,
argument.
let me finish. And there's only certain sounds that are scientifically shown to be compatible to how your brain. Ed Sheeran just proved this in his court case. There's only certain sounds that are going to sound good in music. Right. Like there's only a fixed amount of sounds. So when it comes to even the voice and the sound that you make with your voice, again, when you said with the Whitney Houston, no human may be able to replicate that, but we have now the technology. There was times where weren't able to make music, and then we developed things
Nothing
to do that.
Nothing else should sound like Whitney.
Well, my thing is, okay, so what
Whitney.
the succession of the notes, the pattern of the notes, the order of the notes, none of that matters, right? The tone that your specific voice makes while emoting those notes is like, we have to split hairs at this point. In this specific instance, we have to. So A, B, C, D is not like, I can't trademark that, but how I specifically sound while doing that, nobody else can profit off of that when I'm dead and gone. That's fucking
Depends
crazy.
on what you sign on.
And
Depends on what you sign. In perpetuity is in these contracts.
Now it is going to, unfortunately, because morality does not matter in capitalism fucking ever. Now, unfortunately, that is going to be a clause that artists are going to have to put into their shit. Like, you cannot use my voice after I'm dead. Even when I'm here, if I didn't have creatively have say so in this process and I'm not here anymore, then you cannot use my voice for this. Also, I feel like, I lost my train of thought.
I'm yelling.
No, I understand what you were saying in that regard, but I mean, I just simply feel is the music, the noise that you're making, you just can't own that. Like, you can't have an own of the sound. I don't believe that you can own that.
The order of the notes you cannot own.
Because even in that clause, it would say like, no one can profit off my voice. It wouldn't say no one could use it, because
like that's even in a sample. Even in a sample, that's somebody using your voice, repurposing it with technology, and then.
But you could say no one can profit, because if they're profiting off it, then you could sue them. Then you get your, whatever you owe or whatever they made off of that, because they didn't pay you for it. So it's like,
and this is what we were talking about earlier too, when the conversation we had, when we were writing something with ChatGPT, and I told you can't just tell ChatGPT to write something. You have to give it information.
That's not the point I was about to bring up.
No, what I'm saying, but you have to bring. You have to give the AI
you have to
information.
Be very, very, very specific.
So it knows what it's doing. So that's human interaction right there.
You can't give it like, write a Kanye-like song. Like, no,
it has to be.
Or if you do, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be very specific. You have to like do your work also too. But I just don't think it doesn't count.
Yeah.
What was your point that you
it does also count. It counts.
Your point where like using somebody's voice has already been, so hip hop is using sounds that have already been formulated,
especially these days,
and reworking them into different sounds. And then we have producers who use voices as sounds, like Kanye, who uses voices as like different parts of his beats and things. And then I think that's a different element of the argument, because that would need to change the whole foundation of hip hop. So using somebody's voice as part of a beat, and it's repeating through, and it's a tempo and a pattern that you can, that's different than using somebody's voice. And then I think, oh, this is a new Biggie song that he recorded while he was alive, but it wasn't. Like, that's a very, very, very big fucking difference.
Yeah. So I think your first example still like relates to sampling, which somebody has to give the okay for at the end of the day. Whether it's somebody's the artist who controls their masters or the label that controls the matters, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
somebody
to use a piece of a song for my chorus is different than for me thinking you
this artist sung this song.
And then, like, you came
that brings up a completely different thing, because in this new AI, like, am I getting permission from somebody's estate to be able to put this out and make profit? Like, can I put a new Biggie song, a new fucking Selena song, a new
Aaliyah song?
Yeah, a new Aaliyah song on Apple Music and make profit off of it without asking Aaliyah's estate?
That should not be allowed.
First of all, it took us how long to even get her albums onto Apple Music?
Yeah. Right, like, because of that reason, though.
There are people who are gone whose estates, like fucking Aaliyah, like whatchamacallit,
Prince.
No, Prince, like
Marvin
Gaye specifically,
People
like do not fucking play. So like when, like how does that work when those people's voices come into? Because Marvin Gaye's estate is not going to let you use his voice for AI. They will burn this entire shit down.
R.I.P. Marvin Gaye.
Period.
Heavy.
Sorry for him.
Yeah.
I hate his story.
So
Pops was crazy. Pops was crazy.
Mm.
But no, like I said, I feel as though I'm not saying that there shouldn't be, especially if you have the trademarks and you've done the business in order, that you shouldn't be able to clear it. I feel like, but the use of it, if it's free reign, if you shitted around with, the contracts that you signed and you gave people the option to do it, you are part of it. It's just like what's happening now with Mickey Mouse and shit, was going into the copy, was it domain?
He's going into public domain.
So it's going into public domain now. Well, part of Mickey Mouse is of Steamboat Willie.
A couple characters.
Superman is supposed to come up. So what a lot of people don't know is that when it comes to this copyright thing, like, corporations have been shitting the regular people for a long time with it. So when it comes to even your voices and your ideas, like, at some point we all are pulling from a sphere that is going on. Like, there's a whole bunch of energy, and I hate using that word, but there's a whole lot of thoughts that go on that we all absorb, and that is part of it. Like, we all come in. When you create art, it's because of your experiences. You know what I'm saying? So you're still taking from other things, just like they're doing. It's just now, because it's technology, because it's becoming so sophisticated, we get scared about it. When really it's just another
there's one
tool.
thing to be inspired, and there's one thing to take.
But I can be inspired and know that you're the only one that can do it.
It's not.
I think there's one thing to be scared and one thing to be like weary.
Yeah, I think enough artists are complaining about how they don't get paid properly for their art. So imagine AI taking over everything. Now you're really getting nothing. And
streaming is already complicated enough.
Yeah,
the writer's
that
strike
is true.
already happening because of streaming.
Exactly.
And that's just like putting things on different platforms. Like, imagine like something that you made that you had no control in, like putting it out, and then now it's out being streamed. Like it's so many layers of complication. It's completely different.
And I think there's certain like passions that you can't, like, even if the AI song sounds cool, it'll never be the artist. Because I heard an AI song of like Beyonce, and it was like, it's not Beyonce because that growl she does.
Yeah,
she's somebody you could tell was raised in the church. You know what I mean? Like a Coco Jones. Like, you could hear in her song, like,
shout out Coco
she
Jones.
Was raised in the church, and you could hear that passion and that hunger behind her songs. Where like a Drake AI song came out, and it was like, oh, that's fire, but Drake doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it's
some
easy.
people are easier to duplicate than others. So
Drake's voice is already highly modified already. Like Drake's voice is his voice being put through the filters and ringers already. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Even then, when you come to somebody like Drake, do you even really own your own voice? Because that ain't your voice. You don't sound like that unless they add 40 of them.
Shit, it's barely his words.
Yeah, well, that's true. So I mean, at this point, like I said, the Weeknd Drake song that they made with AI sounded better than that shit he put out for real. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was fire. It
Yeah.
really was. And I don't love Drake, but that shit was literally that shit
I be
was
mad when I
banging.
like a Drake song. I ain't go front.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
shout out to
God damn it.
Drake.
I love to hate that nigga.
Me
for
too.
No,
real.
dead ass. I'm like,
He has enough fans. I don't need to be
I
one
know
of
That's
he
what
them.
I'm saying.
I know he a Scorpio, but I think he a Cancer for real. So
I
damn
didn't-
emotional.
I
Look
didn't-
how emotional he
He's
is.
so
No,
damn
Scorpios are very
I'ma look
emotional.
I know,
We're
but
not
it's
even
Drake
about to get into
amplified.
that.
What's his
He is a
rising?
Scorpio.
Or his
The-
moon?
I'm about to be like, girl, his
He's
rising
born
is Scorpio. You're not
October.
listening?
No, he's a Scorpio.
Drake
His
is a
son
Scorpio.
Oh.
I
Well, we not even about to
I
get into
haven't heard that song though. I need to hear that song.
His son is in Leo and his moon is in Cancer.
See,
Oh,
Cry
We
baby,
got it.
cry baby.
Little bitch.
little
Y'all need to chill. Can y'all,
Bitch ass
y'all
nigga.
are so loud.
No, yeah, and he's from Canada.
It be
Terrible.
the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it be the moon though.
You're
It
literally
be
That's
the
why
moon.
he
crafted.
got like what was it like?
The
46
sun and the
engagement
stars
rings?
and your location
What's-
crafted you to be a little bitch.
Little bitch.
What's
Yeah.
Nick Cannon's sign?
Whore.
Sperm.
What's Nick Cannon's sign?
Never pull out.
Right.
weird.
Not too much on the cannon, on House Cannon though. We ain't doing that over here.
What house?
House Cannon,
What house?
the House
He
Cannon.
don't got a house.
He has a lineage.
Oh no.
He literally no, but for
He
real,
has-
No.
this nigga got a house.
He
so.
has a little army.
has-
This my
He
man
has
is Slick
kidney
Targaryen.
donors. Sorry.
Okay, he has he has
Hey,
organ donors.
Sometimes, hey, you got to make that move. You got to make that move.
Yo, ain't none of these
He's too
bitches
rich for
ever
that.
complained. Have y'all ever thought about that?
No.
Thank you.
One of
They
them
doing it with
complained.
No,
Oh,
y'all
he
tried to
forgot
make
the
her.
name?
No, y'all tried to make
Yeah,
her
he said-
complain.
Because
He
who
said
got the name?
Christmas
I have
cards or
important
something
news.
to the
I have
wrong.
important news.
He said
Nick
report
Cannon is a Libra.
A Libra.
Yup.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
Can't make up his
That
mind
makes
on
sense
what
from a
bitch
Libra.
he want, so he
Yeah.
impregnated all
Question
of
for
them.
Libras.
Nick Cannon is
Why?
a Libra.
Yeah. Why? Big time.
Just why? Y'all are
Why
chaotic
are you
as
on the
fuck.
R?
Like
His
Yeah.
his
Listen.
he has a Libra sun, a Libra moon.
Oh,
yeah.
he was destined for failure.
Yeah.
And then hold on, what's his
He don't know nothing.
His rising.
his ascending is Gemini.
His
Oh,
rising.
Oh wow. Oh
His
yeah.
rising is
He
Gemini.
was shit out of luck.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
shit out of
They
luck.
said-
all over the
Failure.
place.
Yeah.
Chaos.
They
Chaos.
said indecisive.
Listen,
Indecisive. We like
eh,
what's happening.
We don't know what's happening.
And you two different people.
everywhere.
You don't know where he is.
He don't know.
Indecisive. Bipolar. That's all.
Yeah.
I just wanna
I'm nutting
say-
everything. I'm nutting here. Nutting
Here,
here.
there.
I'm nutting here. I'm nutting here. Nutting
That-
everywhere.
That really is chaotic
Everybody
as
gets a
fuck.
nut.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And it was all
pimping all over
consensual.
the world.
So I mean,
This is what I'm saying.
No, we're not saying that. We saying it's a bunch of stupid bitches.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Stop.
okay, no. Let's be honest now.
He
There's
has
chicks out here
money.
who are giving their womb for niggas. Not even don't have a quarter what Nick Cannon has.
Yeah.
So no, these
Other
women are
stupid
making
bitches.
a business decision. These women are getting with a man who's going to give them a life they could never give themselves.
Yes.
So we're not finna do that to Nick. Okay, Nick out here.
There are unlucky stupid bitches.
They're
and
not
unlucky
unlucky.
stupid
They're not
bitches.
stupid. That's a good investment.
All of these bitches is stupid.
That's
It's
a good
unlucky
investment.
stupid bitches who
Okay,
get pregnant by
all right.
broke niggas,
Can I-
and lucky stupid bitches who get pregnant by Nick Cannon
Can I-
NBA Youngboy.
specifically.
Can I-
Or yes,
Can
dumb bitches, all of them. Go ahead.
I just want to ride the middle and say they're not necessarily stupid,
Stupid.
Boo.
they're making sure business decisions.
They're business smart,
but they're also
emotionally
not
stupid.
like college professors.
No,
That's
definitely, yeah.
so that's just what
I
I
booed you, but I take the boo back. Ooh.
I just want to say I'm gonna just ride the middle there for the girls' sake because their kids are set. They're good.
I think it's easier to make like a decision before you have your child here though,
Yeah.
because now like some of them are complaining like
I'm sure it's
he don't
easier to
spend
make
Because
it.
no
what
time
if
with
these graduations
kids,
are on
like-
the same day?
It's
What
easier
if
to
my
make it.
son's trombone recital is the same as my daughter's ballet recital? What you finna do?
Send some
Somebody's
flowers.
feelings-
Send some flowers and a check in a car. And,
Somebody's feelings finna get
we
hurt.
gonna be. That's how you got to move it. I mean, at
I
this time,
would-
you know what you're getting into.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You're not
Like
getting into
you
a
just
Yeah,
situation.
the later ones, yeah. The later.
you gotta bite the
your-
bullet that got you
Yeah,
pregnant.
once he got to number 6, that bitch was on some. I don't.
Right,
care.
come on now.
I'm just glad that none of them black for real. So shout out to Nick Cannon. Actually,
There's that.
round of
He don't
applause.
got not one black kid.
No, he got a black baby mama.
Mariah Carey.
No, there's another woman. She's
No, he
she's
got more than one black baby mama, I think.
No, I need
All of them not mixed
I
with
think they're all
something.
biracial.
No, she's if you see her, she's solid. Like actually, one of Jesse.
I don't
We just
know.
talked about Jesse.
No.
Just talked about a joke about her not being black enough, being light enough to be his baby mama, but he has a dark skin
I
baby
don't even
mama.
want to get
baby
into that
mothers.
light
I
enough
think
shit.
I know who you're talking about. I don't even
Because
think she's a baby mother
please.
for real.
That's his kid.
Oh, there
me
no,
look it up.
Jessica, the fucking model woman, she dated him and she wants to have his child and has been begging to, but
He doesn't have a
I don't think
dark-skinned
she
mother.
can. I think she has like
I
some type of
posted
health
her.
issues that leads her to not have children. But I think he has like one or two like actual like black women.
He has a dark skinned baby mama. I posted her.
Dark. Oh,
I think
Well, I
I
don't
know
follow
who you're
you,
talking
so-
about. They thought she was, but she wasn't for real.
Oh,
I'm
she
looking
did.
it up though.
Oh.
Her
Okay.
name is like Jessica something, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking it up.
Yeah,
She
but I don't
wasn't.
think she was.
that's Jessica
other
Wu.
than
Oh, there is a Lanisha.
that can't be Jessie Wu, the Haitian girl.
no, Jessie Wu has never been
Oh,
pregnant
she
with.
did.
But yeah,
with
she
a
what
was
I'm
she was
saying.
saying that she wasn't.
She
was
was
too dark.
just
She
talking
said
shit
that.
online about him.
Oh,
She said she was too
He
dark.
does have a
I
darker
don't even like
skin
that.
woman.
Yeah, shout out to Nick Cannon. How's Cannon in this bitch?
How did we get to Nick?
The
Did I
baby's not
bring
even a
Nick
year
in?
old. That's her, Lanisha.
How's Cannon in this
Oh
bitch?
yeah, she's dark skinned.
We got him.
She's newer though.
That's why I'm like, for Jessie Wu to say she not like girl.
She's newer.
Like he has dark skinned baby mamas
I'm
though.
down for her too.
My boy is out here. He's out here passing it to whoever needs the work.
But wait,
He is an equal opportunity employer.
how many do he have right now?
89.
12.
12.
Yeah.
89.
12 is
yeah,
crazy.
I do think it's 12.
What?
And
No,
one of his baby
technically
moms got
13.
tight
One
'cause
of
he
them died.
forgot.
One of them
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
All right, can we not
He
talk
lost
about
a child.
The
Yeah.
child
Yes.
passed away, but
Oh,
they ended up having
no.
another kid.
So,
Yes.
yes.
He ended up
Okay.
having another kid with the
That's
same
sad.
baby mother. Yeah, that was a very sad thing.
No, I was. He got a little heat when he had talked about it on there about having another kid and all that other stuff, and
Yeah.
kind of talked like the death was something that could be pushed to the side because there was other children and things like that. He had to do like a big apology on his. talk
Yeah,
show.
that sounds about right. Because the fuck?
No, it was wild.
Why would you say that?
But like I said, shout out House Cannon. I'm definitely if the women are consenting, I'm definitely down for it. So, but we can finish up just a few more things to touch on. Shout out to Regina J. I know these women out here hating on you. Y'all know Miss Jiggy?
Nah,
She on
no.
TikTok. She a girl on TikTok who.
Oh, okay. Y'all
does
know
little
her.
dressing
Well,
deals.
y'all just don't know her by
No,
name.
you be hating on her.
Okay, y'all.
I'm about to.
Let me clear this up. Keep the camera on me also because you be on that fucking bullshit.
Oh shit.
So I'm on Twitter fucking watching her video. Regina J, she's the girl that was in like the poster
her.
girl dress.
She's cute, yeah.
Yeah, she's like super fucking thick. She's literally gorgeous.
Miss Jiggly.
Yes, Miss
Oh,
Jiggly. So
okay.
like
I
I
think
was
I've seen
watching her video, and then my husband makes it a point to come up behind me while I'm like watching her video on my fucking Twitter, and then he looks up over my shoulder, and then he could have just did that. He could have just looked, but he was like, damn. And then nigga. So now I'm about to fucking violate you because why would you need to do all of that?
Now I'm about to
There's
pull
no-
up a big
There's
black
no
dick
reason that you
nigga
need to do all of that.
and be like,
Now I'm about to look up BBC's
Oh my god. Oh
Big-
my god.
black dicks.
Mr. Mandingo.
Yes. I'm about to be looking up
With the
Mandingo warriors. Because why? Because you went out of your way to
that's
fucking like
rude.
make me know that you
That's
enjoyed
rude.
that.
I was slapping
Right.
shit out
So
of you.
now I'm about to fucking
and
go
they
up.
be killing me
There's-
about niggas. They
Girl,
be-
I love you. I think you're fucking gorgeous. You're fucking thick as
fine.
shit. You fine as fuck.
If you like
Like
girls, hit me
I
up.
was
Mac
watching
Daddy
the
Cherry.
video on my own. I was scrolling past. I saw it. I was like, God damn.
I just
clicked
agreed.
on it. No.
no, agree silently, nigga.
Right.
Agree
You can't
on
agree with shit,
Agree
nigga.
silently.
Fuck
bitch.
out of here. You can't agree with things.
No one wanted your opinion
agreeing
on
with
that
things.
one.
Especially if
fuck
I don't
is
even
good with
look
this
like the
nigga?
bitch you agreeing.
Right.
No, that can't be no rule.
I don't
That cannot
got
be a rule,
nowhere
no.
near as
No, that's
much
not-
ass as this
that's
woman.
not- That's not the rule,
Niggas
yo.
love
That's
putting
not the
hard
rule.
eyes on shit and they bitch don't even look. I play with you.
Let me tell you the rule.
My thing is this. the way that you look, if you my girl, that means you my favorite type. That means there's other types
That don't mean nothing.
Where's other around? I like other liquor too. Gin is my favorite,
That don't
but
mean
I like Cavassier. I like a little bit of whiskey. I like all that.
Okay, but you don't be
gin
drinking
is
your
my top
gin
one.
looking at whiskey talking about some.
I have looked at a gin.
fuck
I
outta
have
here.
had a gin drink and look like, damn, that tequila looks like it's hitting. I have done that.
What I know is this: when you in love, my relationship go. When we in love, you can't see. You are legally blind, illegally.
I didn't say I was taste
Okay.
testing. I didn't say I was taste testing. I just see that kind of alcohol exists.
She's not
and it's
done.
top-
Let her get her shit
Wait,
off.
I'm just
Mr.
saying it's top shelf. That's all I
Wait,
was saying. Not saying that she ain't top shelf.
Mr. Producer, you fighting hard. I didn't say you was taste nothing. All I said is that you can't see. You POP holding it down. You can't see. Because when I'm in love, I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
When I start falling out of love, that's when I realize, like, oh shit. You know how many years I knew them before I realized, oh, they're attractive human beings, even without the sexual context. I was like, oh, you a little fine. You kind of. I literally went up to her and was like, oh, you're pretty. I done hung out with her for 3 years, and I was like, oh shit, you're fire. Like, come work in my business.
What you mean?
I can't see when I'm in love. I
Y'all
can't
see me.
see
It did
nobody
not take
but
her
my
3 years.
person. Like,
It
I
took her
can't
3
see
minutes.
nobody.
Y'all see me.
Stay fine. Thank
That's what I'm
you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Thank
you can't
you.
see. I don't
I
even
woke
like
up
to know
like
that you have
this.
eyeballs.
Yeah.
You don't got no exes. You don't got no nexus. You don't got nothing.
Hey, man, the
I
eyes
think
work. When I see content,
Your
I
eyes
hit the
don't
like
work.
button. But
Make yourself blind.
Farraghan Moses, she knows she my shining star.
period.
Period.
She know that.
Fine is
what?
fine, but there's a time and
But
place.
if she
We
did,
got 5 votes
if she did offer to bring Regina J in, you know, I'm like,
Never.
hey, I'm not gonna say no to that.
Ain't nobody offer shit.
Yeah.
Stay
I'm
your
not
ass
offering you no
over
other
there.
pussies other than my pussy. And then if I could get a second pussy, that's the only way you getting a second.
Get that installed.
The only way you getting another bitch is if she changed her wig.
Yeah, like I'll get the second pussy installed for you if that's the option. I definitely
Not
do that.
installed.
I get the quadrupus.
Period.
Quadrupus. Quadrupus is
If I
A nigga
crazy.
can't leave a quadrupus.
The quadrupus?
A nigga can't leave a quadrupus.
A nigga will never be able to leave the quadrupus. I get the bi-tongue. The quadrupus and the bi-tongue.
snake tongue.
He ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere. You're not going
Nowhere.
no fucking where. Plus, my heart is good and I
That's
love you.
Oh,
And
yeah?
I genuinely want you to be happy.
Oh yeah.
So that on top of the quadrupus and the bi-tongue. You're
All right,
not
y'all.
going nowhere.
Y'all stop hating on her though.
My thing is that nobody's saying no her. She
Not y'all. I'm talking about the internet.
Oh.
My thing is this. I want my man to be so in love with me. Like, if I go before him, he need to die of impact.
Romeo and Juliet.
Murder,
No.
fucking suicide.
No, you just go. Like, you're just so heartbroken. How am I going to survive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You die off of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like in the
Yo,
books
this isn't
from
Star
the
Wars,
good
yo.
old days.
It's my
don't matter.
reality. I don't even want to, you could live on without me.
Well, I mean,
never
since you're
loved
gone,
me.
you could just pretend. You just be like,
Don't tell me in
No.
your vows you can't live without me.
I'm
and then live
watching you
without
for
me.
the
Yeah, I'm weak.
afterlife. What are you talking
You
about?
better
you
literally
so y'all
like
haunting your husbands, y'all ex-husbands, your husbands
100%.
afterwards.
Yes.
100%.
No, he can't remarry.
you can live naturally for maximum 6 months
don't look
until
me in
after
my
I die.
eyes.
If you don't naturally die at least 3 to 6 months after
Me.
I die, then
Yeah.
did you even
Love
fucking
me
love
for
me?
real? Listen, don't look me in my eyes at the altar
I'ma
and say
find a
you
way to
can't
kill
live
you.
without me, and then you have the audacity to live without me.
Y'all are sick.
Map do ne lugar où?
Okay.
Okay? Nobody
Ma vie
in your
manger.
toute famille m'a mangé tout moun. Period.
We're not sick. We're truthful.
Sick.
We're living in our truths.
I remember I told my ex, I was like, I want you to be happy. And he was like, I don't feel that way
I'm him.
How dare you?
I'm him.
about me.
Oh shit!
I'm him.
Fuck that nigga.
No.
No, this is the one time I agree with him.
I wish you sadness.
Because I'm the
and-
same way.
It's like, what?
This is what you
And
wish. This is what you
despair
wish on them.
and
You wish on them. Hey, I
misery.
wish that you have children that are successful and athletic, and then when they're in high school, they tear their ACL. And they never reach their potential, nigga.
I hope they reach their potential and it's at their fingertips right there. And then I hope when it's right there, they fucking fall.
And can't get back up.
Just take it away, nigga.
I've fallen and
It's
can't
like,
get back.
I hope that you
I
think you're
fall and I
happy,
can't
but then
get
all
up.
the misery that you brought upon me, I hope they bring it 10 times over.
On your
Tenfold.
Okay.
So what if like
And then you
what
go
if like
straight to hell.
what if
Upon
like okay,
you and
you die,
all
but
the
he promises to
generations.
bring you up like in conversation like fairly
No.
common
Die.
with the ex-wife,
No.
with the new wife.
You could talk about me in heaven.
no.
Die with me.
Right.
Oh,
I think it's real that I even died first. I'm not even gonna lie. What
That
the
is
fuck
very
happened?
disrespectful. Because how did you let that
'Cause
happen?
like
As a man,
you should die before me.
as a man,
Like-
If I say,
First of all,
babe,
male life expectancy isn't even as long as a woman.
No,
So what
but-
the
no, no,
fuck?
no,
that's
no.
what I'm saying.
no, when
As
they're
a
married is
man,
different. When they're married is different.
Because we
Men
take
live
care of
longer.
these stupid
Exactly.
motherfuckers.
How did you let me, your wife, die before you? You didn't take care of me properly.
Exactly.
You're a bitch. Are you
Exactly.
gay? You're gay. You're gay.
my thing
You're
is-
gay because I died before you.
My thing is this.
You're a
If I come
fucking
to you-
homosexual because I died
Because
before
if you cared for this pussy, you would never let this pussy die.
Period.
Right. I don't know. She don't.
I'm not allowing this homophobia to go
My
unchecked.
thing. My thing.
thank
is
you,
this.
Frederick.
My thing is this.
Some ally you are.
If I come to you,
Listen,
and I'm
I
like,
am the biggest ally.
If I come to you and I'm like, babe, I got cancer, you gotta jump off a motherfucking bridge.
Wait,
What if-
who's taking care of both of
Like,
y'all?
hold on. What if it's like you just can get the
What
cancer
if you
removed?
survive the cancer? Hold on.
No,
if
now
you
y'all
survive
both
the
gonna
cancer?
die real quick.
Because-
Like, what if you just got the cancer removed? Like, you know, there's some cancer just on the spot.
You just take off the tumor.
Yeah,
like,
you
just take it
I gotta go
out.
to my next husband. I'm sorry. If my life can move on, I don't want my man's life moving. on.
Realistically,
And
if
he
I
might
am,
leave me.
if I am diagnosed of a terminal disease, let's say I got cancer, I suffer from cancer, I die from cancer.
Don't worry, we're gonna get a
I want
23-year-old
you.
nurse to come in and
Shut
take care
the
of you.
fuck up! I'm saying my thing. So I'm after. Oh yeah. After I die from cancer, right? I don't want you to live that long. But the way I would want my nigga to go out, I want you to go into the police station
Stop.
with several. You might have to bleep this are. All you gonna have to bleep that out too.
I don't want my man spirit to go in bullet holes.
And then you gonna have to come to me
How did
as
we get here?
as a warrior. You gonna have to
Get out.
white,
Get out.
Hispanic,
Get
Indian,
out.
Asian,
All
just
of the niggas.
Get out.
every cop in your
If they got a
fucking
badge.
sight.
Oh my
Go
god.
to the fucking like.
First of all,
like-
you know the one cop you need to get? We all know the one cop. I don't gotta say it out loud.
My thing
No,
is this.
but okay, you need to go get what the fuck Trayvon Martin's killer, cause why he's still walking around? First of all, go get him first
Zimmerman.
and do that on the sly. Go get George Zimmerman first, do that on the sly, and then when you having the face off with the police, that's how I want you to go
You
out
gotta
to come
go down like
to
Cleo
come
and
meet
set it
me.
off.
That's how I want you to go out to come
Yeah,
meet
like
me
Cleo.
I think there's
Cleo.
other ways to be a warrior
Period.
besides
as a Haitian woman.
you
reckless
could just take
murder.
my IV if you want to keep it
as
going.
a Haitian-
As
As a
Haitian,
Haitian woman,
We only accept warriors.
and we cut off all of our oppressors' heads with machetes.
Period.
That's how I want you to meet me, and that's how I want you to
That's
go out.
where period come. This
Period.
shit. That's because
it's
right,
decapitation.
Because decapitation.
Yeah.
of the oppressors.
Yeah.
Because Haitians don't play that
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
Let me tell you
Period.
why.
You
Let me
said
tell
enough.
You why, if I have like a real illness, my man needs to go first. I don't have a lot of fight in me.
I'm giving up immediately.
Wait.
Oh, Miss-
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
holding on.
Yeah.
I'm giving up as soon as I feel weak.
Exactly.
I'm slipping.
Are you crazy? Miss Carmel, you
Yo.
have a 2. You don't even have to say the whole word. A 2. Oh my God. I'm done.
And then motherfucker say
Oh
a toothache.
my God. I'm done. Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
I'm
Yeah.
a hypochondriac. I'm all of that.
Take
I'm
Yeah.
ready to
I could see that for
Okay,
you.
take me out. So you gotta go because I'm gonna speed in my,
Yeah.
my process.
That
Yeah,
tracks.
yeah,
That tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks for
That's
Carmel.
why I never understand the fucking zombie apocalypse movies and people are like fighting for their fucking life. I'm laying down.
Laying down.
I'm laying down and I'm
Take
becoming
me.
a zombie.
First of all, I'm
Yeah.
taking myself
Take
out.
me.
Y'all not gonna even get the chance. to
I'd
get me out.
I
I'd
am
fight
not
for
fighting.
like 48 hours
Niggas be like, I
What
can
do
No.
you
do
get too
this
long?
stuff. No.
for dramatic effect. I just want to see
I'll
like
hide. I'll hide for as long as possible,
What?
but as soon as you find me, take
Yep,
me.
that's
you
it.
got me.
Yes. Once my belly
me.
grumbles, once my belly's I'm hungry.
No, hunger is really what's gonna make me
'Cause
do
I'm not
myself
fighting.
in for real. Cause
Yeah.
I be
Bitch,
like,
as soon as I need to smoke
you.
a blunt,
I was just about to say that.
Oh shit!
I be having
my
food in
God.
the fridge and I don't
Show
want to
on
go get
Netflix.
it. So imagine if I had to like fight
I
zombies
be
and
starving
shit to go get
by
food and clean
myself.
water. I be like,
scraping for survival in the home with food in the fridge. I can barely survive by myself. Imagine with zombies.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
okay?
saying.
So
too
you remember that
spoiled.
show
Take
on
me
Netflix
out.
we was watching?
That's,
That black
that's
boy
a
only
good
had blunts.
topic. We are
which one was that?
spoiled.
We're too spoiled to survive an
Yeah.
apocalypse.
All the men in my family, even if they all aren't shit in their own ways, I love them dearly because they're shit to me, ain't shit to the other women.
Okay, yeah.
They
As a
love-
Haitian woman,
Yeah.
I also resonate with that very
But
deeply.
their main chick, they all love deeply that they would die for them. So it's like, how could I see that and not want that for myself?
Yeah, I think we got to wrap it up, right?
Period.
Oh, this is a long ass.
I mean, y'all,
How long
Keep
have we
going.
been recording?
it's been
for?
almost in 2 hours now.
Oh,
He's
no,
an editor.
yeah, that's long.
He's
That's
an editor.
Yeah, we've been going
Yeah.
for a while.
We could keep
Well,
I mean, if y'all want to, we can. I'm not opposed to it, but
going. Yeah, I got 30.
okay, we keep going. Let me see what else did
Was
I
there
got.
more stuff?
Yeah, no, I got a few more things we could.
I
we
do
could
got to
touch
pee
on.
though. Let me pee. Take the
got-
camera off me so I can go.
I got an
Just
IG
crawl
IG
with us.
heist that we could talk about. Did y'all hear about that?
IG what?
Nice.
So it was an
Oh,
IG
like
model.
$600,000 or something?
Nah, I think it was like almost close to $500,000. What this was, where she was basically they called her an IG model, and she basically had a heist where she was like about $600K that she got up off. She was so man goes. This is from the Black Sports Online. Man goes out rocking all his bling, meets an IG model at the bar around last call. He takes her back to his crib at 5 a.m. and the next thing he remembers, he woke up at noon without $600K in Rolexes, jewelry, and Cartier watches.
She pulled the Cardi B.
Good.
Yeah, she played with it.
Good.
She pulled the Cardi
Good.
B.
You know
No,
what?
I'm not gonna hold on. This is what I'm gonna let y'all get y'all shit off in a minute. But
Okay.
y'all, I'm not. This is what we not finna do. We not finna make an approval of women taking advantage of horny niggas.
Yes.
No,
Why
I'm
not?
not with that.
But why not?
No.
Somebody,
Why-
no, let me
why
tell you
not?
why.
Because
Girl.
but why are y'all
when
so
we are horny, you have to understand we are at a disadvantage. There is blood that was supposed to be in our brains and all this other places that are going to another member of our body that's not for survival. Okay, this
What
is
happens
just
to
for
women?
no. And hold on, I'm not done yet. Not done yet. Let me land. So we got all this blood here. Ain't no blood in my brain. How am I going to make the right decision? I'm almost biologically predisposed.
You think women don't make decisions from their coochie?
I think y'all do, but it ain't a bunch of blood.
that's why so many bitches
Yeah.
got sick ass baby daddies.
Yeah.
And well, that's just because y'all making the decision not to
No,
finish it.
no.
It's because the decision
Thumbs down.
goes from the blood to the coochie. Just like how y'all
Okay.
stupid ass decisions go from the blood to your dick. Fuck that.
This is the problem with men, though, especially now. And I don't know if it's because of the pandemic. I don't know if it's loneliness.
It's because
I don't
they're
really know.
niggas.
I don't know. I'm not a therapist. I don't care to know. A lot of y'all open y'all homes too soon, so you deserve to get robbed.
High key, that's how I got
I
robbed.
just had a man invite me. Oh, we should do a movie night. I was like, at your house? Yeah. No.
Don't know me from a
I
can
was
of
like,
paint.
right. I was like, yeah, no. Oh, what's that response? You don't know me. I don't know you. What are you talking about?
But at the same time, even though you can't line him up, you as the threat is not the threat. You being in conspiracy with other people is. Because if you try to rob him without drugging him, you ain't gonna do nothing. Like you're not gonna beat him up.
I'm not because
You like smaller guys?
I'm not fully that person, but that doesn't mean other women aren't that about that life.
I'm not saying other women ain't about it, but again, she has to have the physical capability to get it from me. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna take the jewelry.
Ones, that's the scariest one.
I'm about that life, nigga. I will drug you myself.
Yeah, you gonna have to
Hold on.
drug me.
I will fuck you to
stab you.
sleep, and I will drug you myself, and I will tie your arms
I
to
don't
the
even-
bed, and then I will rob you blind
Who
with
is
my
this?
own
All right, Farrah B.
motherfucking hands.
All right, Farrah
And then I will block you on everything before I order my Uber.
Who is this?
Goodbye.
But the thing is this
I'ma
though,
beat you with a belt.
what y'all forgetting is if I got enough money where it's $500,000 in just jewelry, I live in a place with cameras. We're gonna find you.
That's fine.
We're coming after you.
Possibly.
Okay,
That's
but
fine.
most niggas in Brooklyn don't got cameras.
Right, that's
in
what
their
I'm
But
saying.
they
apartment.
also don't have $500,000 in jewelry.
You don't know.
Yes,
Yes, they do.
PPPs.
Baby, oh
You
my
don't
God.
know. The
I'm
panty just
so
happened.
sorry. Like, to
Come to
inform
New
you.
York.
You clearly don't know
It
what
be the
scamming is
niggas
in
in
New
the P's
York.
that got the most money.
I'm
Listen.
very, very sorry to
Listen.
inform you of the amount of money
It's the
that
niggas that live in the 40s.
scammer niggas in Brooklyn
niggas-
got because
Yo.
High key.
because yes, they do have that much.
They
amount.
do.
Like
No, but they
Brooklyn,
do.
Queens,
sitting
all
on
that.
the fucking counter. They got they fucking watch and they necklace all worth
And that's why they
$500,000.
deserve to get
And
robbed.
that's
And
why
I'm
they
a-
get
and
robbed.
if I was that kind of bitch, I would fully line you.
Right.
Fully.
Yo.
Like,
You know how many times in my life I've been out, like, let's say I go to the deli or something, corner store, whatever y'all call it down here, bodega, blah, blah, blah.
they don't call it
And
none of
they don't
that.
got
Whatever.
shit.
Nothing.
Y'all don't go-
A
Wait,
gas
gas
station.
station.
They
Quickie
got
Mart,
Walmart.
Quickie Mart. I be at Quickie Mart, whatever.
Cute.
Publix.
Quick trip.
Quick trip.
whatever.
Definitely quick trip.
And a man, I'll be behind a man, and I peeped him looking at me. Clearly, there's an interest there. Whether my interest is reciprocated, they don't care. Pull out a wad of cash this fat. Your total is $2.96. $2.96. Why is $3,000 in your hand right now? Because you're trying to flex.
Yeah, I
Because
used to-
you trying to
I
get
used to do that.
mine.
I used to do
nigga.
that when I used to go on dates. I would set up a date where my check would come. So what I would do is I would take my whole check out.
That's crazy.
But
That is
why?
crazy.
Yeah, but hold on, no, this is what I would do then. Then I would give them my card, knowing there was nothing on the card. They would come back, oh, the card bounced. I was like, what? Pull out the money. Now I got $2,000 from my check in my hand.
That's crazy.
But
It's
why?
still crazy. You made me
But
wait,
why?
and it's still
Because
crazy.
it's about creating an illusion.
Because to
An
the
illusion-
hood
You want to create the
bitches,
illusion.
Yeah,
If
but
you don't
if this
have
is- if
I'm
this
the
is-
type of bitch you
money
need
on
to
a
have money
card.
in your account.
I do, and you could just say it messed
you're-
up.
That's
There's-
the type
there's-
of bitch you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
to
I would.
another
That'd be
type of-
crazy from it when
Let's
it
stop
didn't
saying
go
bitch
through.
also to another type of woman.
You right.
No, but you also
having
there's
the money,
glitches happen all the time.
cash is
Glitches happen all the
Right.
time. So I could just say it's just there's a glitch in the system.
If
whatever.
you want me to think you
Boom.
have money for real,
Glitch these.
make me a co-signer on your credit card, on your debit
That,
card.
that's see,
on
that's
all of
no. That means I'm stupid for real.
No,
Especially if I'm
that
taking you on a
means love
date.
me and I love you too. That means you love me and I love you too. Now we're in love. Let's get married.
Okay.
let's get me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. Taking your check out and just having cash.
It was just
now
like
when
I
you
said,
get
it was a
robbed.
flex.
Now when you get robbed, what you gonna do? Turn your cash off? Like, you're,
Right.
like you're done.
I never
Well,
got
they
the
can
line
tear
up,
cash
though.
off.
My thing is this: I was kind of. I would do a little scoping. I wasn't just out here. If I met you, I wasn't just. I would look at your your profiles. I see who you knew. If I knew the people you like, I would.
Oh,
I
you
would,
pulled the Joe.
Do a
Yeah,
little
I-
homework.
I would look at a little homework. I would,
Did
I would see what she
you-
was about before I did anything like that.
Did you do homework
For
on
you?
me? Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I was going through a little struggle during that time. So like, I had that was last I had on our first date. When I spent out was the last I had for that week.
He said it didn't even matter.
I didn't even let you know. Like I was just like, oh yeah, get whatever you
He
want.
said, I hope
oh
my
my
personality
God, this is
shine
about to be
through.
tough.
Oh shit! And then we went to multiple places. Like we went to the pizza place, and then we went to like a
Two other
sushi
places.
place. Like we went to a live music place, and then we went to a sushi place. And
And now look,
y'all know me. I order drinks at every single
every
place.
fucking place.
Of course.
But at the end, when we went to get the hot sake, I was like, "Should I get it?" And he was like, "Yeah, you can."
I said you don't have. No, I did. I said you didn't have to. I'll get it. He was like, no, I insist.
Yeah, I was like, "No, you've been paying for." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I've dragged you everywhere, and you've been paying for everything everywhere. Let me get this last spot that we're at.
At least
and
you
let me
came
get
to
the last
terms.
like one like thing of hot sake that we ordered together, and that was it.
But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, so that was a different
That'd be
time.
me.
But
I be feeling bad. I be like, ooh, let me get some. Let me pay this.
Yeah, let me
bill.
get one thing.
Yeah,
let me get
one
the
thing.
tip.
Heavy
get
on
the
the
tip.
tip. Heavy on the tip.
We both gonna look good because I'm gonna leave a good tip because I pay for nothing but this.
Yeah. I gotta already like you though. If you tell me yes, if you tell me no, and I'm confused. Yeah.
no, it's crazy with dating though because I had a homeboy. He said he took a girl out and he spent like $300-$400 on her on a date.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Alright.
then like he was chilling like. So he was chilling, and then Shawty came back again. Was like, "Oh, when we going out again?" He's like, "I done already had my fun that time. You know, we can do something a little bit later after I finish my
this
business."
is my problem. Do not sit here and paint me a picture and give me something and then try to take it back.
So
Don't
He
give
did take
me
it back.
something I can't have.
He gave you that night, but
Stay
he
with-
was focused on some other
No,
things.
you don't have that night to
No.
give. That's
He did.
No, he didn't
He
because
gave
he
it to
couldn't
her.
do it again. If you can't do it twice, you don't got it.
He can't do it again. He focused on some other payments right now. That he trying to.
He
Focus
couldn't
on
do it again
growth.
right then.
And see, that's the thing is y'all gotta understand that sometimes
We
you
don't
gotta
gotta
put
understand
things.
anything.
You do, because
No.
if you out here trying to get with somebody that's producing, you gotta kind of understand like, hey,
I think
it ain't always gonna be like that
No,
every
no.
time.
I think there's some expectations of somebody that's known you for a while that you're dating compared to somebody who's you're just starting dating. It's not the same.
But that was
thing.
their first date.
Exactly. So if you're on the first date, you showing me you could spend
You showing me
100,
300, 400.
and I
Am I showing you that, or am I just having a good time with you? And that was a good time.
You're showing
You're
me
showing
that.
that.
When I
You're
go to the
showing
strip
me
club,
showing me
when I go
that.
to the strip club,
You're
I spend
no.
when I do.
This
I don't go
is
to the
not
strip club
the-
a lot.
I'm not a
I'm saying-
stripper.
I'm just showing an example.
No,
when I go
wait.
into the strip club,
No,
I'll
that's
go
a
there. I'll
terrible
spend
example.
$400, $500.
Every time you go to the strip club, the stripper's gonna be like, "That's the nigga that spent $500."
But I don't go to the strip club every night because when I do go to the strip club, I know
But
I'm going to spend
when you
$400,
do,
Why is our first date at the
$500.
strip club?
when you're dating is different. So
Why is
that
our first date
analogy,
at
I'm
the
not
strip
even
club?
taking
Those are
it.
not two.
If
Those are
I
not
like
the same
date,
thing.
If,
Nah,
if
if-
I like you, besides out of you spending money, you spending the money might be a plus. Like, oh yeah, like we
Yes.
could have fun. I like to spend money. He like to spend money. Cool, but I like you. I want to see you immediately, regardless.
But if you set
You
the
can't be like,
precedent
"Oh, my
where
pocket's
you're
tight."
spending,
You already
I
set
don't
the
know you.
tone.
I don't know you. I don't have to take that.
But it's not
That's
saying he's not
completely
saying
different.
his money tight. He's saying I don't want to spend it on you right now. Like I had a good time. I
Okay,
spent it on you
what
there
I-
and there.
Okay.
But you already.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
spend no pussy on
The
you.
legit-
This is what I'm
This-
saying. I left my pussy at home.
Right. The logistics is I'm money tight. What I'm hearing is you don't want to spend it on me right now.
Yeah.
Like, so you.
And
What
it's
are you
okay
doing?
if
Then
you don't have
need
it
to
I
right
feel like
now.
that's
date
okay.
me right now.
And it's okay if you don't have it right now, hun.
It don't matter if he don't have
It's
it.
okay if you don't have it right now. I'll just go have fun with somebody else.
Right.
It's okay if you
Who
don't
got
have
it
it
right now?
And
Sprinkle,
again,
sprinkle.
I know.
y'all
I know,
say that. Y'all say
I know
that.
people. I know
Y'all say that.
the economy is difficult and we're going through a recession. And I really want to go out with you, right? But it's okay if you don't have it, and if you don't want to pay for it, it's okay if you don't
So-
have it right now.
so I have a question.
I completely understand. We don't have to go out at all. It's
I have a
okay,
question.
honey.
So if a
Sprinkle,
nigga does have it like that, then why should he just be doing it to one individual woman then? If I got enough to where I can take 5 women on $400 dates each, why should I not do that then?
My
What
thing is- okay.
what
if you don't want to take me on the $400-500 date right now, honey,
No, I'm not saying that.
It's okay if you
He's
don't.
talking about if you're dating.
He's saying if
Okay,
I'm
right,
dating and y'all be wanting this kind of exclusivity from this person.
It's not
Yes, you
exclusivity.
do. You
I
would
don't.
want- so if-
no.
so, okay, so if you would
nobody,
think- so,
nobody
so
said
after- if
anything
I-
about exclusivity.
No, I'm saying
I
if-
said spend a specific amount of money.
Yes, and I'm saying is
Every time
if he
you're
can
with
spend
me,
that money, then he should
spend
have
a
the
specific
opportunity
amount of
to spend
money.
on how many women he wants.
You can
and you just gotta accept
go
that.
ahead.
And yeah, you just gotta accept that. You can't be
But
like, oh, you
every-
can only spend money on me.
No,
I got it to spend
nobody,
on 5 women. So
Honey bunny, nobody said that.
that's what. But
Honey
I
bunny,
know
nobody
that. I
said
added
that.
it. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
So I added it on.
Every time you're with me,
we'll spend your money.
you're going to spend
No, we'll spend my money,
a
and
very
then-
specific
Yeah.
amount, and then whatever the fuck you spend outside of that is your fucking business.
As long as it's- as long
but
as
when
it's known
you're
like that.
with me,
You spend
there's a
that 400
bill that comes with being with me. Period.
And again, no one's saying that. But if you're someone who's able, if
We
you have
sound
a high,
like such a basic podcast
If you have-
right now. Let's fucking move on. I hate
Alright.
sounding like this. I
I
hate
will say
talking
this though:
about
if you
shit
have
like
a high
this, too.
enough bill and that person
We
can
spent
pay
way
it,
too much
then
fucking.
he
I
can-
sounded like the most basic bitch, but that's only because my husband pays for all the bills. I want y'all to know that. I'm not just fucking talking
you
shit.
pay- if you pay
all
it-
of my money is my money, and his money is our money, and I don't pay no fucking bills. Look at the ring on my finger that I'm holding the mic with right now. Also, look at me in my eyes.
I
I have
can
no
see it.
struggles. I have
can see
none. Okay.
I see
Okay.
Let's move
if
on.
you paying my bill, her bill, I don't care. As long as my bill's getting paid.
Hey,
And then don't take a portion of
Don't
my
call him
bill
a
to pay
fuckboy
her
then.
bill, because that's
Don't-
when we beefing.
don't call him a fuckboy then. He's out here living.
You're
it.
not a fuckboy because I'm doing my own thing too. Unless we have that conversation, and that's a man thing.
Mm-hmm.
But let's change topics.
No, yeah, we could just finish.
It'd be the men that be like, you my
trying to see
girl.
was there
And it's
anything
like,
else?
huh?
We just gonna
Y'all want to
spit
talk about
on
Rolly
this.
and her cosmetic surgery journey?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can go there.
All right, we can finish up there. So, have y'all seen these videos? Because this woman is completely insane.
Can we-
Yep. So, Rolly's been going on a cosmetic surgery journey. I don't know if y'all familiar. I think she's just an influencer kind of person. I'm not sure.
I don't know what
Like,
she
on
do.
Well, I think
Baddies West.
Reality
Yeah.
TV
So
star.
she's a reality TV star, influencer type person. So she's been going on this journey. She's been having like BBL surgeries, like while she's been awake, like lipo surgery. Like this is crazy stuff. Like she's like in third world countries getting cut up, and they are doing a horrible job. I don't know if y'all
Isn't she in
seen.
New York.
I don't know if she was. Look like she went overseas. I thought that's what they were saying in the comments. But
I
it
thought
was
she went overseas too.
it was
Yeah,
a
I was
very
pretty
bad
sure it was
procedure.
overseas.
She was like, they was just cutting her up. She was just looking down at everything going on. Like this was horribly done. And like I said, it didn't even turn out to be good. Like at first she looked like a meatball, and then afterwards they just looked like she looked like a cut up meatball. Like
Yeah, she's just like a sculpted meatball.
yeah, like it didn't. Like they tried to give her the high booty with the BBL, and it just did not pump up.
Everyone was saying like she should have got like the lap band surgery, like the stomach tie, like that makes you naturally lose weight.
She
and
should
then
have started there.
You do that, and then you lose like maybe like 70 pounds, and then after that
She
you
tried
get
to go
the
straight for the end result.
like Akbar. So you know
Yeah.
Akbar from Love It. Like she spoke out and she was like, "This is what I did. Like
Yeah.
I got the like stomach surgery that makes you eat less, and then I lost a shit ton of weight while I was also watching my diet.
Yeah.
And then I had she had a trainer also, and then she lost naturally, not natural, but after the thing,
Yeah.
like a shit ton of weight, and then she got the BBL and the nips and tucks and all the little like edits that like you get, you know."
Her surgeon's in America, by the way.
Oh, was it in America?
Yeah.
Okay. They was doing a horrible. I don't think anybody, like I said, I don't think anybody would approve of that procedures. I saw a lot of folks who was doctors who was talking about that. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the show that used to be on FX called Nip Tuck.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just say, my nigga, that is Christian Troy would not approve of this cut. Like my nigga would not be cool with what the fuck is going on. Christian Troy was not be cool with this. My nigga was doing grade A work on that show. He would not have touched that. He would have not have been able to, because there wasn't no saving her. That was way gone. It's over with.
Yeah.
Like you have to do what you said, the whole product. And it's so crazy that you brought up the little staple thing. I know someone, and I follow on IG. They did the staple tuck, lost a whole bunch of weight, crazy IG pictures, and then all that shit just came right back.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like losing weight naturally.
Yeah,
Like,
like rhetoric is a messy bitch. So he was like, "This is her fat again. Let me scroll to the middle where she was skinny,
Killing
and
it.
then
I'm
let
talking
me
about
scroll,
2K likes.
and then let me scroll past the skinny to the
to
end
fat.
to the original where she was fat."
20 likes.
And he was like, look at, like,
Yo.
nigga. Like, what the fuck?
He needs to chill.
I was just saying, that's crazy, bro. Like, could you imagine that? Like, you go in there, you become the ideal person.
You
Like
did
this is
all that.
like this is a girl who like, and I'm not no colors or anything, but she light skinned. She had the long curly hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the shit the rappers talk about. She went from not that to back to not being that. That
That's
shit.
tragic.
And then I seen her at the bar one time, man. It was crazy. I'm like, dang, like it really just creeped all back on you. Like you did all that work for no reason.
Yeah.
To talk back at square one. And the fact that it wasn't like it worked for a little bit. That's the part that was crazy. I'll show y'all after we done. It worked. Did it not?
Of course.
Did it not work?
It did. Yeah.
Like,
she looked
like a
really good.
model.
Like waist was gone and then waist came right the fuck back.
Yeah.
That shit was a monster chasing her.
Yo.
So that shit was crazy.
I mean, when people do those procedures, they tell you you're supposed to like work out and do all those things. Because it's just like if you were to
gotta
lose it
maintain
naturally,
it.
like you're gonna get all that weight back
Yeah, you
if
gotta
you're like
maintain
just
it.
BSing.
So yeah, it was crazy. Like I said, I always tell them, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna take body modulation surgery, you have to understand, like I say, it's a life commitment. And at the same token, you could die from the surgery. So you have you have to say that my body, the way that I'm living in, I'd rather die than continue to live in that body.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have to sign that. Like that should be part of the paperwork.
That
sign.
is what you have to sign though. You have to say that like I am mentally aware enough to know the dangers of the procedure that I'm going through.
Yeah.
And then if you're depressed, if you're suicidal, anything of that nature, like if you're trying to go through the surgery, there are most doctors who
Legitimate.
are legitimate, will not let you go through with the procedure
Yeah.
if you're
That's the
Yeah, they used to do that on
in
Nip Tuck
a
too.
mental state that isn't okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like there's certain things in life like you can't be cheap about.
Yeah.
If you're gonna spend the money, you gotta spend the money.
Yeah.
If I was ever to get plastic surgery, I'm staying in the fucking United States. I'm going to fucking like California or some
Yeah.
shit to
Dr.
do it.
Miami.
Cause goals,
Yeah, like what the fuck? I'm not leaving to do that shit.
yeah.
A lot of bitches be going to DR, Brazil.
I'm not doing that. I'm staying the fuck here.
All this other
And then
shit.
you're going to be held medically liable
Yeah.
if there's something that goes wrong with this shit. Like there has to be consequences. You have to know that there's a downside to fucking me up.
Yeah.
That's
literally.
real. That's
Because
real.
like goals, like where she got her surgery, I remember hearing about it from a former coworker because she was thinking about having surgery there, and I researched it, and I was like, girl, don't do it. They have they have 1 star
Not
on their
one
thing.
star.
No, literally 1 star,
Oh
maybe
my
1.5
God.
stars. Like they're known to have like terrible.
How you don't
surgeries,
research
all of
that? You
stuff.
think about going there?
They
to
just
Because you
be
want to be
wanting
cheap.
the-
Like
yeah.
that's it, cheap and quick.
They to be trying to get to the end goal.
I mean, at the same token, it is an investment for people. But you're right. Some people aren't able to get the kind of funds that
And
they
then
need.
I feel like girls think that like you get the BBL, you automatically
You set.
get the nigga with
Right.
with money, and then like you're good from then on. Like no,
No, you gotta make OnlyFans.
You know
You
what?
don't have. Okay.
Sometimes you get the BBL, you make OnlyFans, and then you barely make money off the OnlyFans, and now you're just a pathetic BBL
Yeah.
porn star.
Shit don't even move. Stiff than a motherfucker.
I seen one chick who got a BBL and she started charging $50 for the OnlyFans,
You know what?
and niggas was buying it.
There's this girl who worked by me. She got a BBL. She looks like she about to explode at any moment.
These bitches
Stop
be
getting a
looking like
BBL and looking
Bug's
like
Life.
like Bug's Life. Yeah, looking like an ant. Stop
They
that.
be
That's
looking
what I-
like
that
a
was-
Bro,
ant.
Summer Walker's friend, that girl that she
That
stay posting.
First of all, she ain't shit.
I saw her in person because
Summer
they
Walker
came
ain't shit
into
for that.
the, you know.
She really look like that.
I saw her in person. Yeah,
Ooh,
she looked worse
child.
than that in person. That
Ooh,
bitch,
child.
like she's literally like my legs with a BBL booty. They just like there's no difference
Get
in
the thighs.
there's no
get the thighs.
gradation.
Yo, the
Bitch,
bitches don't be
thighs.
getting the thighs to match.
No, she just got the booty. She didn't get the. I don't think
But
you can get the thighs to match.
You can,
like
Yes,
you're
technically.
supposed to gain weight.
You supposed to have weight on you.
yeah, doctors are
supposed
supposed to
to-
have discernment, but they just want to take your money. So they're
Yeah.
just like, I'm gonna
Young
pump
might
your
You're
ass
supposed to
great
be
shit,
of
yo.
weight first.
Drea, great BBL or
SZA.
whatever.
SZA got really good.
SZA has the
SZA.
SZA and Drea have probably and Lori Harvey.
Yes.
Lori Harvey's skinny BBL
Is it.
top notch. Okay,
It's it.
a skinny BBL is when you don't have you're a skinny bitch like me, and you have
Ow.
maybe like a little bit of fat. So they take like a little bit from your stomach. They take a little bit from your chin. They take a little bit from your arms. They take a little bit from the. They just like take as much fat from as many different places as possible to put it in your ass. It's way more expensive than a regular BBL because it's way more meticulous
Yeah.
and they have to do more. But that's what Lori got.
Yeah.
Steve paid for that.
But it looks
Yeah.
better.
Shout out to
so.
Steve for paying for that. So
Thumbs
Steve
down,
Harvey
Steve
is the
Harvey.
best stepfather on the
Yeah,
planet
stepfather.
Earth.
Emphasis on step.
It really is.
yeah, I don't think he really fucked with his other kids.
He don't. Poor
He
guy.
don't.
He
Yeah,
be-
just like Montel Jordan.
he be-
right?
he be
no,
making
not
up-
Montel Jordan.
Brian
what's it?
McKnight.
Brian McKnight. Yeah,
Brian
Montel
McKnight.
Jordan is a wonderful man. I'm sure.
Brian McKnight kid might be ops though, so we don't know.
No.
Might be ops.
no
He
no
was
child
jacking
can be
his
a op.
stepkids before his actual kids, so
I'm just saying they might be ops. We don't
He
know.
was
Wrong.
dragging his stepkids first.
Jock-
No.
jacking them.
Oh, jacking. Okay, I thought you said he was dragging his
First of all,
stepkids.
if you already have a kid named after you, and then you have another kid and you name that kid after you, and then act like the other kid who's already named after you doesn't even exist,
There's
You're
two
the
Brian
problem.
McKnight Juniors.
yeah,
Yes.
that's crazy.
There's two Brian
Gary
McKnight
Payton did it.
Juniors.
Gary Payton got 2 kids. He got Gary Payton and Gary Payton the second.
You know,
He always at the second
no.
games.
You see how you said second? They're both juniors.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No,
be.
you
Oh,
said
yeah.
second. Second
Oh,
is
okay.
different.
Well,
They're
Second
both
comes
juniors.
after
Oh, okay.
Junior.
Both juniors is crazy.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
they were both they ghetto. His sons are ghetto twins. Like he had them
I respect.
roughly around,
Oh,
the, same
around the
time.
same time.
And then he told both of them like he wanted like they wanted to both name him Gary Payton. So he was like, all right, Gary Payton Jr., Gary Payton the second. But y'all still both my sons, so I fuck with that.
Well, he
though.
claiming them.
And then
That's
George Foreman has named every child he's ever nutted.
George
created.
Foreman,
George,
yeah.
George or Georgina. So
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that
wow.
shit. There's precedent for this.
They all got the same
Yeah,
name.
Oh
so-
my God! All right,
All right,
let's wrap
so,
it up, guys.
Yeah, we'll wrap
All
it up.
right.
I want to thank y'all for coming out, man. I do greatly appreciate y'all giving me some great content to work with.
Yeah.
Lovely
It
Farrah.
was beautiful.
Queens get the money.
Love
queens
you
get
too,
the money,
baby
money.
cakes.
We still
Appreciate
love
y'all. Hey, man, this is the Thoughtful Narcissist podcast, the greatest podcast in the world.
You a narcissist. You a narcissist. Everybody a narcissist.
Tell them. All right, man, we here. We thank y'all for listening. Like,
the whole time.
hey, I'm finishing up. Like,
sorry.
comment, follow, subscribe. This is the greatest podcast in the world.
Listen to
Queers,
this track,
Blip,
bitch.
Pack, always in the air. Hey, we out of here.
Do y'all all do this podcast together all the time?